a match to a bridge, it's always gonna burn. And I'm lost even when I'm staring at the map. My only wish now is I could take it all back. And I've robbed every bank from here to Houston. Only thing on my mind now is keep on shooting. Yeah, just keep on shooting. And shotgun blasts ring out through the air. Anything in front of my gun don't have a prayer. And bullets spread out into the sky. I'm immortal now, baby, legends never die. You got me caught now, yeah, you think you won. But finally you're just the next bullet in my gun. Wow, finally you're just the next bullet in my gun. Well, I hear the lonesome whistle of that southbound train. Even the burn of whiskey won't kill my pain. Well, the moon gets full and the coyote cries. These men are out driven by greed and lies. You see that smoking gun in my hand as the bodies all drop into the desert sand. Remember back when it all meant something. Gunshots in the distance will keep on running. Yeah, just keep on running. And shotgun blasts ring out through the air. Anything in front of my gun don't have a prayer. And bullets spread out into the sky. I'm immortal now, baby, legends never die. You got me caught out now, yeah, you think you won. Well, partner, you're just the next bullet in my gun. Wow, partner, you're just the next bullet in my gun.
What is going on, everybody? I can never figure that song out.
I can't either.
Every time I think it's going to end, I'm getting ready to turn everything on and drop them. It's like, oh, I was like, son of a bitch. and then when I think it's when I think it's going to end again, I'm like, no, they're not going to get me a second time. It just they come in hot and then it just die.
You're like, shit.
And it's like, God damn it. I got that little 2-second delay of like, we don't know what the hell we're doing. But anyways, welcome everybody to another episode of Nonsensical Nonsense, episode 50. Big 50. Yes. Can you believe it's already been 50? Wow.
Oh,
Anywho, I'm Glick, as always, hanging out with the I don't even know what to think about you without your beard anymore, man.
I know.
But Jeff is here.
Complaining. My wife's home. She's been complaining that, oh, your beard's prickly. I said, you made me shave it, so shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's her fault. But if you guys aren't already, if you could be so kind, feel free to go give us a follow on social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Haps, YouTube, Twitch, basically everywhere. And check out all the episodes on Spotify, Anchor, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you get your podcast jollies. So go give us a thumbing, go give us a liking, go give us a pounding.
I don't know where they're a pound, but okay.
And if you'd like to email us for whatever reason, if you want to be a guest on the show, you want to sponsor this dumpster fire, or if you just want to email us and tell us that we suck, which is
do so
probably the more likely.
nonsenspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, which is more of the likely of the three. You suck. Yeah, we know.
Like
Shut up.
400,000 emails. You guys suck. You guys suck. Like, yeah. Is that why you're taking the time to email us? Yeah. See, we win.
Yeah, we suck so bad that you took time out of your day to tell us that we suck. Now, who really sucks in this equation?
Yeah, like I said, I can never have too many haters.
Well, this is very true. But
I am excited about today. I don't know why.
What are you excited about today?
It's podcast day. I'm always excited on podcast day. I don't know about you, but I'm just like, I wake up in the morning, like, it's podcast day, and my wife's like, shit. I'm like, that's right. Deal with it.
I generally wake up on podcast day with a sense of dread and suicidal thoughts because I know I got to hang out with you for a couple hours.
That sounds like my wife's favorite day.
No, that's definitely not true at all. I do look forward to podcast days, as we've stated many times in the past. It's one of the few highlights of my week.
Yeah, which shows how losers we are. That our biggest time of the week is literally hanging out remotely on camera.
We could have been doing this. Yeah, we could have been doing this for years now.
Yeah. If the technology would have been around back then, I think we probably would have.
Oh, absolutely. There is no doubt in my mind. I am trying to.
I see that.
Send this out on Snappy Chat.
Oh,
so here we go. Get that there.
I finally got my the start of my Halloween decorations out.
I have honestly, at this point, given up on decorating my house for Halloween because at this point, if I do decorate, they're staying up for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So
I tried to get away with that for Christmas. My wife was like, "Are you going to take those down?" I was like, "Well, I was kind of hoping not to," and she's like, "Take them down." I was like, "Shit."
I honestly feel like my Christmas tree
crate filled with decoration shit.
I think last year, or I should say this year, my Christmas decorations were up until like March.
Yeah.
Just because I
was too lazy. I'm like New Year's. I'm like, let's get this fucking tree out of here. The tree, it's a bitch to set up. It's a bitch to take down. But the lights and shit that I put on the outside the house. I mean, last year I draped them over the car to the outline of the car, so it looked really cool. But the fact that the car still hasn't moved since then still is kind of depressing.
Well, there's that. Yeah, like I said, I just been honestly just too lazy to take it down. I mean, plus,
it's you got to get up the ladder and.
Well, I don't. I mean, I live in an apartment. All I have to do is take my lights and ornaments off the tree and then fold the tree up. So
I'm actually dreading putting up the tree because I fucking hate it. And as I've stated, Mexico has the biggest cockroach problem ever, so I'm afraid to open up the box.
Now, is it actual cockroaches or is it more like the palmetto bugs, like the big ones.
No, these are giant cockroaches.
Yeah, we had
steal
those
your T-shirt. They'll steal your T-shirt.
Yeah, like American cockroaches and stuff. Yeah, we had those really bad down in Charleston.
Yeah, and it's when I first moved here, I was like, wow, I had my own place and stuff, and I was like, am I just unclean? I cleaned my house like 3 times. I was scrubbing the walls and shit, and I was like, why do I still have cockroaches? And it's literally has nothing to do with cleanliness or anything, because you can go into a house with 14 maids and you just see a cockroach run across the floor, going, yeah, you too, yeah.
We had them. Like I said, we had them down in Charleston, and they called them palmetto bugs down there. But the crazy thing about it is, they'll come in the house, but when they come in the house, they realize, oh shit, I don't want to fucking be in here, and then they're doing everything they can to get the hell out of Dodge.
Well, the ones here are fucking, they're kamikazes. They will kamikaze at your head. Now, for me, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, fuck off, But my wife and daughter are deathly afraid of them. So if there's a cockroach within a 10-foot radius and they see it, you hear screams like somebody's trying to stab them. And I'll be downstairs playing a game or watching a movie, and all of a sudden I hear a scream, and I'm running upstairs. What's going on? They're like, a cockroach. I'm like, you fucking bothered me for that shit. Kill the fucker. Grab a shoe. But what are you gonna do? But they tend to hide in the weirdest places, and I'm afraid they're gonna be in my Christmas tree box.
Yeah, you never know until you open it up. Tell your wife and daughter to stop being a pussy.
It's really weird. I mean, my daughter, like, if she sees a cockroach, like when it's time for bed, there was one in the bedroom the other day, and it was on the wall, not bothering anybody, just standing up in the corner, probably sleeping or some shit. And she's crying, like somebody had beaten the shit out of her. And she wasn't screaming, and my wife and I are in here lying in bed. And she's like, why is your daughter crying? I said, I don't know. I'm going to go over and find out. I walked over to the bedroom, and I'm like, why are you crying? And she just stared at me. I was like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? For like 10 minutes. And finally, she points up the corner. I was like, really? Really? Oh, my God. And,
of course,
I did the manly thing. I just grabbed my hand and was like, there, it's dead. Now go back to bed.
Yeah, well, that was like the girls a couple of weeks ago when they were supposed to be cleaning their room, and they were coming up with 900 excuses not to. At one point, they both came running out of the bedroom screaming like idiots. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? And they're like, there's a spider in the room, and we're not going back in there while he's in there. And I'm like, really? So I walked in there, and it's just this little tiny black spider up in the corner, and I grabbed the vacuum and just turned it and just sucked them off the wall. And I was like, it was that easy. I don't know. You guys never freak out about bugs. These are the same kids that used to catch bugs down in Charleston and feed them to our spider that lived on the back gate. We had one of them giant banana spiders, what they called them down there. And
we got
if you've never seen one, they're about twice the size of a Volkswagen bug.
Yeah, they're literally the size of your fist. It's the first time I saw one, I was like, what the fuck is that? I better
the one that was on the one that was on our back fence got really big, but like I said, the kids were catching bugs and throwing it into his web, and then it got to a point where you got so big that they were catching, because we had tree frogs everywhere down there. They were throwing tree frogs in there, and then it was eating tree frogs and little geckos or salamanders or whatever.
Hey, look,
I'm like,
a cat.
yeah, pretty much. This is what I was afraid of. I was like, this son of a bitch keeps growing. He's going to start eating. He's going to go next door and eat the dog. Yeah.
Honey?
As long as he remembers who fed him and that he's cool with us, because at the end of the day, I'm still the Orchid Man, and I got many weapons at my disposal.
Yeah. Well, the first time my wife took me to Mexico City, we came back to our little shithole apartment in the middle of nowhere, and there was this giant banana spider on the wall, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And she's like, "It's a spider." I'm like, "No, that's a person. There's a guy in our house." And I literally,
a guy dressed as a spider.
yeah, that's a guy with 8 legs. That's fucking Spider-Man. So I grabbed the broom and I killed it. But when we moved into this house, about maybe 6 months after we had been here, there was one walking across the yard, and I was like, "Holy shit, the thing's the size of my dog."
Yeah,
So,
they get pretty damn big, and it's crazy because they are incredibly scary looking. Like they are super scary looking.
They're
But they're harmless as can
docile as
be.
fuck. Yeah, they're docile as fuck. They could care less if you're there or not. But fuck, man, they're creepy looking.
Well, the one that was on our back fence, I let him live there for a while, but her, whatever it was, and I would go out there every once in a while and chop its web down to the corner, and give it a stern talking to. Look, you can live out here rent free, but stay in your corner. You're not expanding.
Your shit, yeah.
Look, you got a nice web. You got a good place to live. You got a banana tree right beside you. The kids bring you food every day.
Yeah.
You don't even got to work for your food.
Little happy ass over there.
Yeah. Stop trying to turn my entire backyard into a giant web. So every time I try to cut the
bugs don't bother me. Bugs don't bother me, but those things, like, I'm literally the size of my fist, and I'm like, that's not cool. That no. That little fucker's gonna kill me in the middle of the night. I seen arachnophobia. I'm not I'm not playing that fucking game. I'm not
clearly
John
bugs. Yeah, clearly bugs don't bother me one bit at all. So that would be kind of a downside to being a bug guy.
Every time you walk into somebody's house, you run up and like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Can we call him out?
You got bugs in your house. Yeah, get away. Yeah. Oh, it's on me. That's
why we called you. You better call somebody else.
I'll tell you what. Speaking of being a bug guy, so I found this new podcast that I've been listening to. It's called Scared to Death. It's called Scared to Death Podcast, and it's a ghost podcast, paranormal thing, whatever. Today I was listening to it at work. And of course, today of all days, I'm in like a couple of these older houses that have these big ass creepy attics. And I'm listening to this podcast just like, at any moment I expect like a ghost or something to just grab me because that would be my luck. Or when I'm walking down in the basement or something like that. The last time I was out, I'm listening to it, and the lady says, "Oh, be careful! Like the second and fourth stair, the carpet's loose." And I was like, "Great, that's gonna be my luck. They're gonna get a misery thing going on here." As I'm listening to this horror podcast, this bitch is gonna lock me in her basement.
She's like, "You can't go nowhere now."
Yeah.
I started watching. I did mention it to you. But I did start watching the Halloween series. I've been wanting to
that blew my mind. Out of all the movies you've watched, you've never seen. This is the original Halloween that came out in the 70s, right?
It's 76. So Jamie Lee Curtis is like maybe 20.
Yeah, well, like I said,
and she dresses like shit. You're like,
wow. Well, I mean, it's the era. Well, like I said, you can watch like the first 3, and then skip 4 and 5 because they have nothing at all to do with the movie itself. I mean, that's just where they introduced Danielle Harris, and she's like his niece, and it's so far off the series and off the movie. It's like, what in the actual fuck happened here?
My wife loves the Chucky series, and I just find it hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Let's watch Chucky." I was like, "You know what? Fuck that movie. It's not."
My middle daughter loves Chucky movie. There's a new Chucky television series.
Is it really?
On Sci-Fi. We've yet to watch it, but I will watch it at some point.
But she says,
and in the latest Chucky
horror movie, it's Halloween because I have a staple that I do every year for certain holidays. Valentine's Day, I watch Love Actually. I know that's kind of gay and stupid, but I like that shit movie. Halloween, I watch it. October, I have to watch Hocus Pocus at least once. And Christmas, I have to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation because it's hilarious. And the other day, my daughter was at grandma's, and it was just me, my wife, and my son. And I was like, let's watch Hocus Pocus. It's October, damn it. So we watched Hocus Pocus, and she said, go downstairs, please. So last night, she's like, let's watch a horror movie. It's October. We watch Hocus Pocus, damn it. I said, fine. I said, but we're not gonna watch fucking Chucky because
Yeah.
that movie I'll just laugh throughout the whole thing. So I said, let's watch Halloween. I haven't seen it. Chris has raved about the new one coming out. I said,
the new one was really good. Me and the kids watched it last night. So good. So good. Just crazy.
But the first one, I'm watching Halloween and I'm like, wow, this is really bad.
Fighter Jet said that Hocus Pocus is understandable.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Well, I mean, the kids have watched Hocus Pocus this year, but I gave you a good scary movie series to watch because for Halloween, typically from October 1st to October 31st, I watch a scary movie every night. With the kids are here, we usually watch one too. But we don't watch that sissy ass Hocus Pocus bullshit. Hey Joe,
I love that.
We watch. I grew up watching Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so they've all grown up watching those. Those are the classics. But then, as over time, I've discovered other movies like the Victor Crowley or Hatchet series, which is really good, and it's a newer movie.
Is that the Nurse Hatchet?
No, it's just called Hatchet.
Oh, that's Ratchet.
The first three, I think there's 3 Hatchet movies, and then the last one is called Victor Crowley, which Crowley's like the main character, scary bad guy. But Kane Hodder's in the movies, who played Jason, I think, and I think he's played Leatherface and stuff like that. But and then Danielle Harris is in it, and a bunch of other horror people and stuff like that. Quote unquote icons or people that have been in
Scream Queens.
Yeah, they made a career, not just the Scream Queens, but people who have made a career out of horror movies.
Right. Well, oddly enough, it's like nobody in my family has ever been like a horror movie person. I mean, we literally, my dad would watch very few things, but he loved MASH. So it was like he'd watch a funny movie or something like that. My mom is not a TV person at all. She'd rather read a book, and I'm like, yeah, you're weird. My sisters, they didn't watch horror movies.
No, I've always watched horror movies. The kids have always really enjoyed them. So that's kind of become our October thing where we watch scary movies together and stuff every night before bed. But
I'm literally here yelling at my daughter to go away.
Yeah. So I love them, and I love Halloween.
We didn't finish Halloween because my wife fell asleep, and because it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, well, I was sitting there getting tired, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna turn it off. So I went to bed too. So we haven't finished it.
Yes.
But like, it's literally just a dude standing around most of the time, and he's just like, and it's like, what the fuck?
He's a killer, man.
Yeah, well, the one thing my wife's like, so what's the story with this guy? I said, I don't know. I've never seen it. I said, you want to ask somebody? Ask Chris. There's a phone. He'll tell you. I said, I don't know. But I said, I'm sure they're going to explain it in this movie. And they never really did. They just said, well, the doctor's like been treating him since he's 6. And I did the math. He's like 21 at the first movie. But what's funny is he's been in an institution since he's 6 years old, yet he can drive a car.
You see, that's the problem. You overthink it. You think too much.
I was like, how can he drive a car so well? And my wife's like, really? That's the hill you're gonna die on? I was like, yeah. He's been in an institution since he's 6, but he can drive a car as good as I can. What the fuck?
Wait, you don't think that they didn't teach him how to drive at the institution?
It's a mental.
It doesn't matter. He's the boogeyman. He's
pretty much.
It's Halloween. Like that's like, that's the whole thing behind Michael Myers is he's the boogeyman, and he killed his sister on Halloween night when he was like 6 years old, and he got institutionalized. And Dr. Loomis is a giant piece of shit.
He was like, the dude had zero remorse, zero understanding of right and wrong or justice or anything like that. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, Dr. Loomis is a piece of shit, in all honesty.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like
actually
really shit at his job.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, it's just if you dive into the series, you find out that he was a real piece of shit, and he was kind of the whole reason for the whole situation with the return and him killing everybody and everything. Yeah, Dr. Loomis was a scumbag. He was a real bad guy in that.
I just thought he was like a real shit at his job, because they don't really go into depth in the movie that I've gotten to. He just killed the couple that was forking.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day,
in the friends, in the house that the friend is babysitting at, they go there to fuck. I was like, what are you doing? You got a van?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it was more Dr. Loomis's obsession more than his. Right. So, but I mean, it's a great series. I mean, much like the Nightmare on Elm Street, and as you watch the series, as you go through all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, you learn more and more about Freddy and why Freddy does what he does and everything. And same with Jason. You learn a little bit more in every movie. But like I said,
Halloween I've seen was the Freddy versus Jason, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, like I said, at like Halloween 3 or 4, it took a hard right for no fucking reason. And it was like, here's this little girl, and it's the curse of Michael Myers, and it's his niece, and he's obsessed with her, and she's autistic, and she doesn't speak, and everything else, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then they revamped. Then they revamped Halloween a couple times. They had the Halloween H2O, and then they had the Halloween Resurrection.
Well, see, that's where I get confused. I'm like, why can't they put numbers on these so I can keep up with them?
Well, the Halloween H2O was like 20 years later,
right?
And Jamie Lee Curtis was like a dean or something at a college, and her son went there, and then blah blah blah. I think LL Cool J was in that, and then
I'll just sit there laughing at LL Cool J the whole time. I guarantee.
Yeah,
like, is that LL Cool J?
And then Halloween Resurrection was like a reality based thing where they were going to stay in the Michael Myers house, and it was all the cameras, and Busta Rhymes was in it, and what's her face, the model with the big forehead. I think it was Tyra Banks was in it.
Oh yeah.
And like at one point, Busta Rhymes gets into a legitimate fist fight with Michael Myers, and he's doing like all these roundhouse kicks and shit like that.
And Michael Myers is like, "You fly, get off of me."
Pretty much talking shit and everything else. I mean, they're good movies for what they are, but I mean, this new most recent update is with Halloween, and then Halloween Kills, which is like 40 years after the original movie,
right?
Or something like that. So it's really good, and it's like Jamie Lee Curtis, and then her daughter, and then her granddaughter, and it's really good. Which is what really kind of throws everybody off, because in Halloween H2O, she had a son.
Now she's got a daughter.
Now she's got a daughter and a granddaughter. Yeah, what the hell's going on?
Inside. It's starting to rain.
But either way, at the end of the day, still good series, still a good movie to watch.
Yeah, it's like I said, it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me. I'm gonna have to.
Joe said she used to watch horror movies ever since she was 10 on Friday nights in black and white.
Yeah.
It'll be like those. That makes me think like those. Like, remember, like they'd have those characters. They'd be like, like the characters would be like, like Elvira, and it'd be like, "Welcome to the Friday Night Spook Show." It'd be a guy dressed as Dracula. Welcome to the Friday Night Spook Show. Yeah, tonight we're going to watch The Blob. I can't do a count voice, but you guys get what I'm saying. On a side note, hey, I can see myself.
Oh yeah.
On a side note, completely off subject, but now turn around and look on the back of on that TV behind you. My new shirt, my new podcast shirt that Summer got me. It came from her favorite online shop, that Chicks Before Pricks shop. I think that's what it's called. They were doing a live show when she was up here, and the lady's husband had it on. I was like, I've got to get that shirt. It is a perfect podcast shirt.
Ugh.
Feeling kind of I don't give a fuckish today.
That is me 90% of the time.
Pretty much. Bela Lugosi. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Bela Lugosi. Dracula.
Make sure I'm on screen. I can't see.
You know, you could just ask me. Turn it to the left a little bit.
Better.
Skirt. Stop it right there. Perfect.
All right.
Leave it alone. Don't touch it.
Yeah, it's. I knew I was afraid of that. Like I said, it's been raining off and on all day, and well, it started last night, and it's just like fuck. This really screws up my podcast schedule. Damn it!
Oh, son of a bitch! I can't be outside now. I gotta come inside. Well, we finally got the fall here, so it's been chilly in the mornings and chilly at nights. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's the new thing on TikTok is fat guy fall.
Oh, I thought it was gray sweatpants season or something like that. Whatever the hell they call it.
I don't know.
I don't know what the women's calls it. Something like that. They're obsessed with men in gray sweatpants. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I've never thought sweatpants would be quote unquote sexy. Okay.
Well, I was sexy before it was popular.
Apparently.
Well, I've been wearing gray sweatpants for years.
Yeah. I do have a series that I'm ready to promote.
What series are you watching?
Well, right now I'm watching Under the Dome, but the one I want to talk about is I finished finally. And it took me forever because it's hard. It's not that it's hard to watch. The first 2 seasons are great, but the third season is just wow, it went off the rails. But Designated Survivor, Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh yeah, I never watched it. It never really piqued my interest, but it had a lot of political bullshit.
Actually, it's the first season is less political than season 3 because season 3 is the election where he gets he actually spoilers he gets elected for the second term.
No, you don't say.
And then they canceled it, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? But the whole concept is that Kiefer Sutherland, he's the HUD director, which means he's the housing department of the government. You know, he works for the president, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, hey, we're going to have you as the designated survivor. And he's like, what's that? He's like, well, just, you know, when Congress and the Senate and the president and vice president are all in one room, we keep one person out just in case. And he's like, okay, whatever. So he's sitting there watching it on TV. And all of a sudden it just goes black, and he's like, what the hell? And the Capitol blows up.
Basically, you're the designated survivor because nobody likes you, and you're just not cool enough to get
pretty much. Well, what was weird was he was asked to resign the day before, and he hadn't formally resigned yet. So he gets labeled with the unfit to be president, and he wasn't supposed. You know, he was never elected anyways. Blah 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 blah. But what's really interesting is he actually assigns Maggie Q, her character, to investigate the Capitol explosion. And it's fucking. This first season's great. Second season is more business as usual. But the third season, oh my god, it was so hard. It took me like 3 weeks just to finish the 12 episodes of season 3.
Yeah. Nah. I don't think I could ever get into it.
It was all about now he wants to be president. Now he's election going on.
Yeah. It's like I said, I don't really care. Oh, excuse me. I don't think I can ever watch it just because
like I said, the first season is excellent. And then you basically just kind of want to find out what the hell happens. So you start watching it. But the third season, it was just like, oh my god.
Son of a bitch.
But I like to, like I said, I'm watching Under the Dome now. I just started it.
That's a pretty good show.
I'm curious on how it's going to end. It's
I did watch that show.
Well.
Yeah, that one kind of abruptly ended too, but it was a pretty good show. I mean, it ended out of nowhere, but they did a good job of ending it. So that we weren't left with like,
I didn't
what the
realize
fuck?
I saw like the trailer or whatever, or somebody did a homemade trailer on TikTok, and I was like, wow, that looks interesting. So, about 6 months ago, I was like, I'm gonna watch that one day, and today I was like, I'm gonna watch that. I was like, but
Yeah, it was
weird.
It was a pretty good show. Like I said, they did a good job of what the hell?
Wrapping it up.
Yeah, wrapping it up. There was another show that I used to watch. It was called Jericho. It's an old show.
I've seen clips. Listen, I don't know if you can hear it, but that's that Hayabusa.
No, I didn't hear it.
I don't know what the fuck this dude does for a living, but he's got a Hayabusa and a 63 Cobra replica. Hayabusa is badass. Holy shit.
Oh, there you go. Now I heard it.
Yeah, now you can hear it. He's revving it, slowly warming it up. That thing is dope as shit. But, my wife and I had this huge discussion about this Cobra. She's like, do you think it's real? I said, I highly doubt that somebody that has a $160,000 car lives in our neighborhood, number one. Number two, when he arrived, he had, them big speakers you can buy at Walmart right now that you like, that they're basically a portable giant speaker with a 15-inch subwoofer in it.
Yeah.
He had one of those strapped to the back. He laid down a blanket and had one of those strapped to the roll bar, and then he had a dirt bike in the passenger seat that was hanging out over the trunk. And I was like, $160,000 car with a dirt bike in the passenger seat. I don't think so. Either he's an asshole or that's a replica.
Right.
But it does look cool as fuck, even though it's silver.
Nice. Hell yeah. What is going on?
When it starts up, holy shit, it's got some beef to it.
Got some ass behind it.
Holy shit. And the rear tires have to be a minimum of 12 inches wide. Like, they're stupid wide. And it's gorgeous. As far as Cobras go. The problem is like, one of our buddies, I was talking to Brad. I said, Brad, do you think this thing's real? And he's like, well, they only made like 70 of those fucking things, so I highly doubt it. And I was like, well, there you go. And he says, I know the first generation of those, because there's 3 generations, the 63 being the coolest, or the 65. It's the 65, sorry. The 65 being the coolest looking one. The first generation ones, there was only like 12 of them made, and they go for 120, 130 a piece, but they were like 350s. So small V8, but still beefy enough for something that weighs about less than a Beetle. But it's got 4-inch side pipes on the side of this fucking thing. And when it starts up, there's no muffler or nothing. It's just blah, 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 and you're like, oh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, I'm one of those guys. I'm such a car freak that when I hear a good exhaust, I'm like, what's that? And it's gotten to the point where if I hear a box truck that the exhaust is like fucked up, I'm like, it sounds beefy, and I'm like, and then I look and I'm like, oh fuck, it's a box truck. I literally, when I first heard this thing, I was sitting here in the bedroom watching TV, and I was like, oh, somebody's got a box truck here. And then I went outside on the balcony for a cigarette, and I was like, that's not a box truck.
Yeah, that's
Purdy.
Bob said it doesn't look bad. Well, there he is. I was just going to ask Joe where the hell you were.
It does. It's in good shape. I mean, like I said, I have 2 problems with it. The fact that it's silver is the first problem, and the second problem is he won't let me drive it because I don't know him.
Well, then how do you know he won't let you drive it?
Because when I introduce myself to car people, they're like, "Yeah, no, you're not driving my car," because I'm like, I ripped the fucking tires off that fucking thing because I can't hold it back.
Yeah. That's
like, let me show you how to drive this thing. No,
that's because you're a jackass.
But the thing is, I've never really found the Cobras. They're, I'm ashamed to say it, but my kid thinks the Tesla is the coolest thing ever, and I'm like, what's wrong with you, kid?
My boys are in the same boat. It's because of YouTubers.
It's on every YouTuber in the planet. It's like, I got a Tesla. I'm like, well, you spent $80,000 on a fucking golf cart, you dummy.
Yeah, it's because of the YouTubers. Because every time one of my boys says something about Tesla this, Tesla that, and you say, oh, so and so they have a Tesla, and it's like, well, so and so is also a douchebag. So do you want to be a douchebag? The choice is yours.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Teslas are cool for they're stupid fast.
Yeah,
but they're just not. They're not sexy at all. And then that new that Mach Mustang SUV thing. Oh my God, that thing. Somebody at Ford needs their ass whipped.
Are they? Speaking of somebody getting their ass whooped.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg's gonna get his ass whooped.
What do you do now?
I don't know. I don't even know. Our live was all fucked up. That's what I've been trying to deal with. That's why I allowed you to talk about some Make-A-Wish car across the street.
Exactly.
The live was all fucked up. Basically, it just stopped at the intro. And now, being 40 some odd minutes into the podcast already, I just now realized it. So, what's up, Cam? So, I had to go in and fix it and readjust it. And I don't know. Me and Facebook are going to fight. I'm calling you out right now, Facebook. I know you can fucking hear me. I know you're listening. Come catch these hands.
Yeah. Well, my wife and I were discussing Facebook muting us because of us playing Blacktop Mojo and the fact that we've literally been like, we have the rights, we have the permission to use these songs. And she's like, can't you do something about that? I'm like, what are you going to do? It's their company. We can complain. That's all we can do.
What I'm going to do is call them fuckers out. It's 2021. I don't care if you're white, purple, green, brown, yellow, black, male, female. These hands are equal opportunity hands. Everybody can catch them. So come and get you some, Facebook. Stop fucking with my emotions. God damn it.
Playing with my emotions.
Just gonna personally email Mark Zuckerberg and he's like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm the guy that's standing outside your door right now, you son of a bitch. Come on, open it.
I'm on my way to Ryan Reynolds. Get out of my way.
I gotta talk to you about something. You keep zucking me. I don't appreciate it. What up, Cam? I'm trying to put out some high quality content here.
Trying being the key word.
Well, that's more than what can be said about most quote unquote content creators. So,
oh my gosh, my kid watches this guy. I don't know who he is, but him and his buddies play this game called Raft. Have you seen this guy? He literally sounds like Plankton from SpongeBob, number one. And every time I look at the screen, I'm expecting to see this little fucking Plankton sitting there talking shit. But it's so annoying. And they play for like 3 hours at a time. And my kids will watch every second of them. Like, you know what? You guys could watch Nonsensical Nonsense or something. Give us some views.
Yeah. I'd much rather you watch our terrible show than listen to watch this asshole. Cameron wants to know why you look like a homeless man when you put a ball cap on. Well, the fact that he shaved his beard off don't help matters.
Doesn't help, yeah. As I stated, my wife was complaining about my stubble, and I said, "Well, A, it's your fault, and B, give it a couple weeks." I don't plan on shaving it. Well,
I'm like, give it a couple hours.
Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't shaved since I shaved.
Yeah, I haven't shaved since I shaved either.
I don't care about his name. I don't care about the guy's name. My kids come over here going, that guy you're talking about is, and I'm like, I don't care about his name. He's annoying.
Are they watching us downstairs?
Apparently.
Cameron,
they're watching on YouTube.
Speaking of Cameron, I don't know where Pops is. I don't know if he's got a top 10 or if he's got an internet connection or what the hell Pops is doing.
No kidding. That last internet connection he had was terrible.
That was bad. Yeah, that was bad. But speaking of Cameron, he reached out to me today. He shout out to him for this one. We might be having another guest come on the show before long. I've got to reach out to him. I sent the guy a friend request. But he is a former Clemson Tiger, the University of Clemson, and was an undrafted free agent signed with the Patriots. I don't think he made it into a regular game, but then he also played for the CFFL, I believe, or the Canadian Football League, one of the two.
Right.
Former football player. Seems like a pretty cool guy. But Cameron reached out. And Cameron is the official promoter of the show, apparently. Apparently. I told him. I told him. I said, "It's a welcome to the Nonsensical family, Cameron."
Yeah.
I told him. I said,
paid, "Well, yeah, we'll give you credits too."
It's an unpaid position, much like being the host, but Cameron reached out to little slick son of a bitch. I'll have to send you what Cameron sent me so you can see it all, because I don't remember all of what it said. But the guy was like, "Sure, I'm down." So Cameron was like, "Hey, here's the host's name. He's going to send you a friend request and talk to you. You guys can lock down a date." He was like, "Hell yeah!" So hopefully we can get him on here. He's a pretty cool guy.
Cool.
Kind of break it down to him, let him know we're not a sports show, but obviously we'll go into his sports stuff so people will kind of get an idea of who he is and everything like that.
You scored a home run, right? I'm like, what the fuck show am I on? I do have a question for you. Have you ever talked in your sleep?
I talk in my sleep all the time.
Apparently, last night, I don't know what the fuck I was dreaming, but my wife woke up at like 5:30 in the morning.
He does have one, Joe.
Was that? Oh, okay. My wife woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and she was sitting up and she was kind of flicking through the TV, and apparently I rolled over and I said, "Let the milk tickle her asshole." In my sleep. and like 20 minutes later, my wife woke me up to make sure she was like, "Hey, do you know where my work uniform is?" Because she had to go back to work today. And she's like, "And what the fuck were you dreaming?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Well, you said let the milk roll down and tickle her asshole." And I was like, sounded like a sexy dream. Maybe you should let me get back to it. It's 5:30 in the morning. But apparently I said that.
Well, I'm not going to lie. When you initially asked me if I ever talked in my sleep, I thought you were going to segue into something some like horrible shit that you said about me, like you were having a dirty like, dream, and I was going to be like, I was going to be like, yeah, well, that's the end of the podcast. 50 episodes, Steve. We did pretty good job.
Well, I remember I dreamt.
Got Pops getting ready to come in.
I dreamt something about, like, I remember dreaming something about Squid Game. I don't know why.
Because you were dreaming something about something, all right. Let the milk tickle her asshole.
She's laughing her ass off. She's like, "Why did you say let the milk tickle her asshole?" I was like, "Well, obviously, it was a sex dream." She's like, "Yeah, right. We haven't had enough." And I said, "I don't know. Let's find out."
Yeah.
I said, "Let me get this glass of milk."
I'll be right back. I gotta go down to the kitchen.
I'm gonna go down to the kitchen. I'm gonna get me a glass of milk, and I'll be right back. But
all right, yeah, here we go. Let the milk tickle your asshole. Come in the bathroom so we don't get milk all over the bed.
Yeah. Let's go somewhere where we can clean this up.
Bend over the shower. This is awkward or anything like that.
Just go with it, baby.
Stand in the shower and bend over.
But apparently that's not the first time I've said something weird.
Yeah. No, I know I talk in my sleep a lot. More so like when I'm stressed or whatever, but
apparently I do it all the time, but 90% of the time she sleeps right through. I mean, that woman will sleep through anything. But,
yeah.
And I've when I was with my ex, of course, Mexico, everything's fucking tile. I was asleep on the bed early one morning, and the tiles in the house we had come up, like they had burst open. And
Oh shit.
my ex said it sounded like a bomb went off. I rolled over and I was like, "Did you drop something?" And went back to sleep. To me, it sounded like nothing, but apparently, like the tiles pushed together and popped up, and they exploded like 10 tiles all at once.
What the hell? That's kind of fucking crazy.
Well, apparently, water gets underneath and expands and contracts and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. I was trying to bring Pops in, but I don't know what is going on his side. Apparently, he's got that odd lots internet.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on. His camera, like his little screen popped up, but then there's nothing.
Figures.
What happens if I bring him up on screen? I can't even bring him up on screen. Oh, he's disconnected.
Oh, man. Pops, make sure your location is on because I've had that problem.
You and that location thing, man, that really rubbed you the wrong way.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but if you don't have your location on when you go onto Haps on the phone, it will not let you go on.
All right,
and that one day I fucked around for like 20 minutes before I realized what was wrong. And it's not like they tell you. It's not like, hey, turn on your location, asshole. They just not working.
Yeah, that one day
I literally sent a message to Haps going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that one day it happened. I was like, well, I guess I'm doing the show solo.
Yeah.
No Jeff tonight? No problem. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of that. I wonder what that'll do. And a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Oh, wow.
I'm hoping to go sometime this week over to the computer store and see if I can't get my laptop working. Hopefully, it's literally just that power connection that I talked about. It's weird. I bought that. I bought a, Bob's brand power adapter, and it didn't work. And I read online that sometimes you have to have the original power adapter, and you said the same thing.
Well, yeah, which is what I told you when you said that you went and you went and bought just a like a universal type.
It had like 15 different connections, so I could hook up a Sony, an HP, or Apple or whatever. But luckily they took it back. I took it over to them and showed them. I said, "Look, this fucking thing doesn't work." And they're like, "Yeah, we'll take it back." They give me my money back.
Well, at least they gave you your money back.
Yeah. Well, considering it was like almost $50, I would have burned down the store. But
fair enough.
I found a computer store that they sell everything you would ever want or need to have a podcast. And like they got mics and they got booms and all that stuff. But their booms cost way more than mine, so But considering I made mine.
I was gonna say, yeah, they also didn't make their booms out of random pieces of wood and hammer that's used to weight the end and
counterweight, yeah.
Yeah.
But
tape,
they have like 25 power adapters that are HP.
Yeah.
And then they got different brands, but they have like 25, 30 of each one. So, and they're only charging like $30. So I'm gonna take as opposed to buying it and then bringing it home and it doesn't work. I'm gonna take the laptop over there and I'm like, look, if I'm gonna buy this, I want to make sure it works. Power adapters, HP. Wow. I can hear myself.
Yeah. You guys got. either Joe's phone or something is picking it up.
Somebody's turned down their background volume. But I'm hearing myself and it's throwing off my train of thought. But like I said, I'm gonna go over there and take it over there, and if it works, great. I already bought a keyboard and a new mouse for it. I just have to, it's luckily all that stuff's plug and play.
Yeah, for the most part. Well, I think we have Pops.
Yeah, I see him now.
See him. I don't know if we can hear him.
I think I'm in here.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm in here. Maybe. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me all right now? Hello?
Yeah. Apparently
all
you
right.
can't hear us.
What
the hell? You got a turtleneck on there, Sean Connery?
I was going to call him Steve Jobs, but okay.
I'm dressed.
He pulls an iPod out of his fucking pocket. I'm gonna run.
You're a professional. Have you
do
never listened to this show? Absolutely nothing professional about anything we do. That's like you coming on here like, oh, we're gonna take baby steps into the top 10. These are the worst pickup lines ever. It's like, what the fuck? We want the dirty.
We want the raunchy.
Uh-oh.
Always a good sign.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm
oh God.
Watching.
You have had the worst connection the past two shows.
I think we need to start a GoFundMe for Pops' connections.
A GoFundMe for Pops Internet.
Yeah, dude. We will pay his internet just so we can do a top 10.
Mm-hmm. Well, we won't, but you guys will.
Yeah.
His internet bill is
$3.
His internet bill is $5,000 a week.
Yes.
We must raise $20,000.
Yeah. We'll give him the $3.
Exactly. It's $20,000 an episode.
Per episode.
Help Pops do his top 10.
Real.
And he went away.
Yeah, he's back, but his connection sucks. Are you on your data or are you on your Wi-Fi? This is the goddamn Kevin Holly show with all these fucking technical difficulties.
I know, right?
Speaking of Kevin, apparently his shows are replayed tonight because somebody came into the building where his studio's at, and got into the internet closet or whatever where everything is.
Oh, the server room.
Yeah, and stole the router.
Nice.
So they have no internet in the building. I see that he posted a thing on Facebook, and I was just like, "Who the fuck steals a goddamn router?"
Yeah, out of all the shit you can steal.
Yeah, he was like, somebody stole the router out of the building, but they were nice enough to put all the wires back up in the ceiling.
that way they leave no trace.
Yeah, right? That is very polite criminal. It was probably Bob.
Yeah, it was definitely Bob. I've talked to him. He said, I caught it. He's sending it to Pops.
Hey, says I got a good connection here.
Okay, now we can hear you. Don't move.
So go open the door for him.
Don't move.
We
All right, while you guys figure that out, I have to run out and open the gate. My wife just got.
We sent Bob down to Tampa to sabotage the Kevin Holly show. Suck it, Bob. So you got a top 10. You got a top 10 list tonight, there, Pops. Oh God, there goes, and there goes. Your service sucks. You sound like a broken down robot.
Can you hear me?
It's breaking up and glitching out really bad. Welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense. Where not only are we technological idiots, we also have more technical difficulties than anything else. Anyways, but yeah, I see.
Don't have internet.
I said try to use your cell phone data. More on-air issues. Yeah, no, that was my thing. I can't believe somebody broke into a building and stole a damn Wi-Fi router. You're glitching up and freezing something fierce. And now Kevin's kids are going to go break all of his stuff, and he's going to come back and yell at him. You guys are going to get in so much trouble, Kevin.
No, he said I can be on.
He's going to come back and throw you out the window.
See here.
Oh, man. This is completely derailed the show. Jeff's got to get up and go open the gate. Yeah. You just when you start to talk, you're glitching in and out really bad. That's why I asked if you were on Wi-Fi or if you were on your cell phone data.
No, well, I'm on my cell phone data. We don't have Wi-Fi out here.
We probably don't have cell phone data out there either, apparently.
No, I got a bad signal, I guess. Weak signal, I guess, something like that.
You're gonna have to drive back to civilization for the podcast to do your top 10.
Is he finally ready?
No, what I think I actually going to do, I'm going to put a hotspot on my truck and run off my truck. That's what
How does your truck not already have a hotspot on it?
I was going to say,
I got to buy it.
Well, we can hear you talk. Your camera's fucked up, but maybe we can at least get through the audio.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we,
the audio,
like if we take down his camera, can we still hear him?
Maybe if I stop moving now.
Yeah, that might help too.
Maybe. I don't know.
Are we ready? Can you hear me all right now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think so. Let me give you your intro. We took your camera.
Nonsensical Nonsense presents Real Men with Lack of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. I Drive a Dually for no reason. So it's your time to shine. Give us your top 10.
That literally hurts my voice.
All
Like,
right.
All right. Your camera's not up, but that don't matter. We don't need to see your face. We just got to hear your voice.
Yeah. Everybody knows I look good anyhow. All right. My top 10 for tonight is top 10 alcohol drinks. You're
all right.
Budweiser.
I know. You're going to love number one.
Yeah, number one. Budweiser.
Top 10. Number 10.
Number
10
1 through 10.
Pina
Budweiser.
Colada.
Top 10 over.
Pina colada. I do like a pina colada though. Occasionally.
Say what kind of
everyone thinks pina
sissified bitch
coladas
drinks a
are.
pina colada?
I knew you were gonna make fun of me for it.
Yeah. Pina colada. Everyone thinks pina coladas are all about more coconut, since America seems to be going through this coconut phase. But real pina coladas contain more pineapple than coconut. Give it up for pina coladas.
So it's already
pineapple.
got two.
It's pineapple, coconut, rum, and ice, basically.
Yeah, it's got two strikes against it right off the bat. pineapple, and
Well, that's the
coconut.
only time I
And then-
actually eat fruit.
You're
This is
not
when
eating
my
it.
wife gets the idea to make pina coladas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like pineapple.
And then the third strike is it tastes like ass.
That's the only way my wife can actually make me eat those.
All right, number 9. Number 9. Number 9 is champagne or sparkly wine.
Yeah.
French
Rich people.
champagne is
Miller High Life.
so
the
fresh,
Champagne of
so
beer.
fresh, so fun, so fancy. Yeah. Champagne and beer. Miller High.
Yeah, I don't
number
like champagne.
8.
I don't
Hey,
either.
everybody, if you ain't never drank, if you have never drank this, then you haven't drank vodka and orange juice.
Oh, a screwdriver.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a screwdriver. Yeah.
Who has not drank vodka and orange juice?
Isn't that what a mimosa is? No, wait, a
Yeah.
mimosa is
No,
vodka
mimosa
and
is
something.
champagne. No, mimosa is champagne and orange juice.
Mm.
It's actually the only way to drink
It's-
champagne because champagne tastes like asshole.
Yeah, I agree. No, screwdrivers are good.
Oh, I don't mind those.
I may or may not have polished off a bottle of vodka.
I may or may not have drinking several of those in one night.
Yeah. But the problem with vodka is it's a creeping alcohol. It's like a little
Yeah.
fucking ninja.
It
boat
sneaks up on
delivery-
you and just pops you in the back of the fucking head.
Because I mean, there's
Yeah.
been a few nights where Kevin and I have been hanging out, and I'm drinking vodka, and
It delivers them.
it delivers.
It delivers a hell of a night, and overall smooth taste, revolutionary vodka. A revolution vodka with a splash of Gatorade and Red Bull. Now that sounds
Yeah.
good.
That does.
Gatorade and Red Bull.
Yeah, but the
I
problem,
like vodka.
with drinking Red Bull when you're drinking alcohol in general is you get fucked up, but you can't pass out.
Sean, my buddy Sean, who's getting his ass kicked with COVID right now, said number 7, Robitussin.
I really,
I don't know.
I have never really tried Red Bull.
I like the taste.
All right, number
I don't
7.
like that it keeps me up for days.
And this is mine. Whiskey and ice.
Whiskey.
JD doesn't do it. Whiskey and ice. JD doesn't do it. It numbs your tongue too soon, and the novice drinker won't get a chance to enjoy the taste of whiskey. Glenville.
as I say, I know you drink
water.
that, but you drink all that fancy stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a mixed drink guy in the first place. I'm a real give me a beer and I'm fine kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like a JD. I'm good. You know, I started out with JD. And that Honey Jack, that's a good one too. They got this on here too. Honey whiskey.
Honey Jack Daniels, honey Jack Daniels and sweet tea is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's good. They got that on here.
The problem with me
Jack
drinking
Daniels
hard
Single
alcohol is
Barrel.
as I make those funny faces, I'm like,
Well, that honey jack is a real smooth
yeah.
taste to it, and then you mix it with sweet tea, and you can barely even taste the. And I'll usually put like 2 shots of my honey and jack.
oh really?
Yeah. Is a screwball on there? Sean's guessing the top 10.
Now you know one I like. I got started along with that Fireball.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Well, apparently, if you mix creme de mint, I don't know what it is, but if you mix Fireball with a certain thing, it tastes like a Cinnabon, and that would just get me completely fucked up.
Fireball it's a cinnamon whiskey. It's got a cinnamon.
Yeah, I don't like that cinnamon.
Joey turned out and bought.
Astros win. The Houston Cheaters win.
Joanne went out one. They sell those in shots here, in 6
Right.
little 6
Yeah.
ounce. 8-pack.
Oh yeah, you can buy the little
one night,
bottles.
One night Joanne went out and bought that. I think she had bought 8 bottles of them.
Yeah.
And
That'll do
I
it.
finished off all 8. I finished all 8 bottles and didn't realize, damn, this shit's good.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
It hit me real hard.
when
quick.
it comes to
Sean
cinnamon
and-
alcohol, I love Goldschlager.
Ugh, gross.
Oh my god, I love that shit.
Brian and Sean both said rum chata and with Fireball is a good drink in the Chatter's box. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Fireball. I don't like the taste of it.
Try that.
Of course, it's not any worse than
Cinnamon
that.
guy in first place.
Yeah, it's not any worse than that shit that. Speaking of Sean, that we were drinking up on the rooftop when they came down to Charleston to visit us. It was like Rumpelmint or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was that's like a Detroit thing. I don't know, or a Michigan thing. That stuff is horrible. Yeah, Case Keenum starting Sunday. We have like none of our offensive lines out there and everything.
Tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know what? I'd have to try that.
Yeah, like I said, too much cinnamon can overpower so
That way I
fast.
can keep track of it.
Yeah, Rumpel
Right,
100 peppermint schnapps.
Number
6.
6. Now this sucks. Number 6 is a fucking margarita. Yeah.
Uh-oh, you better watch out now. Summer, a.k.a. Margarita Mama, will get after you ass.
I
That girl
don't
loves
know.
her
I
some
can't think of a
margaritas.
time I've had a margarita.
How have you never had a margarita when you live in Mexico?
Because I drink beer like a man.
You don't even drink beer very good.
I used to. In the past 11 years, I stopped drinking. I mean, I drink occasionally, but it's like I used to drink all the time.
You don't even.
I was like a
drink
miniature
beer
Chris.
good anymore. No, you're not. You're not even. No, you're not even. We can't even rate you. Make 2 shots of scotch, 1 shot of what?
Amaretto. Have you ever had that, Pops? That sounds something that like would be right up your alley.
Yeah, you can try it.
I like a good White Russian.
I like a nice cold Budweiser.
Yeah, I'm into that.
White Russian or Flaming Russian?
Mm-hmm. What's in a Flaming Russian?
I have
Jeff,
no
if he's
idea, but
lucky.
it tastes good.
Tastes good, that's all that matters.
Yeah, margarita. The first and best time that was drunk, best drunk ever. Don't know. You don't know that you're drunk until it's too late.
Yeah, that's the problem with tequila. It's another one of those sneak up and punch in the back of the fucking dick.
I don't play with tequila.
here's
Give me some White Girl. What's a White Girl, Sean?
Yeah.
You meant White Claw.
Probably. Coming from Sean, that wouldn't surprise me. He does fancy a few White Claws every now and again. Hey, man, ain't no laws when you White Claw.
I've never had White Claw.
I don't think I've ever had a
it
White
either.
Claw, but I have had some of those seltzer drinks or whatever the hell they're called. They're not bad.
Like
the only
wine
problem
cooler?
with them, no, they're the hard seltzers. The only problem with them,
hard lemonade and shit like that.
yeah, the only problem with them is they're super sweet.
Right.
If I drink more than 2 of them, it's heartburn for the rest of the
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it
Christina
feels like you
Aguilera.
just ate a bag of Halloween candy.
Yeah, but they're not bad. I mean, and in all honesty, some of them have a higher alcohol content than beer. But yeah, it's just not for me.
I like a good rum and Coke though.
Rum and Coke. I can't drink rum anymore.
Rum's good for you.
When I drink rum, I want to fight bears. Literally, I want to fight bears.
Now we know
Well, I
where
hate to
Chris
break
gets
it
it
to
from.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you. There's only one glick that can. There's only one glick that can fight a bear.
They got me off because if I had the camera on,
Yeah.
then
White nose
Which
bird. Are you talking about
Somebody
cocaine?
just walked back in the room. Number 5.
All right.
This is a good one. Number 5. Sex on the beach. Now that's a good one.
Yeah,
I've done those.
Nice,
They're not bad.
yummy.
I like them.
yeah,
Get
it's
you
not
drunk.
my favorite, but
Yeah.
I've drank it.
Yeah, I drank it. I like it. I like it.
When did you have one?
Dude, calling him out. When have you had that?
I've never actually drank one. I've done shots of them though.
I've done shots.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a birthday thing, and then my bachelor party, and good bourbon, Woodford Reserve, Garrison Brothers, and Buffalo Trace. I don't know much about all that bourbon stuff. My buddy and Pops drinks bourbon like that. My buddy does. Here we go.
Here you go, Jeff.
Yeah.
Number 4. Tequila.
Ugh. Nope.
Yes, sir.
A little salt,
Yes, sir.
lime.
I have a story about tequila that will make you never drink it again.
I drank it one time.
I used to work at a bar.
Did you eat the worm?
No, well, I used to work at a bar that they had this MC, and I worked at the bar. I did body piercing, tattoos, and I was kind of a bouncer. But on my birthday, they dragged me up on stage. Literally 4 guys dragged me on stage because I was like, nope, I'm not going, because I knew it was going to happen. And they gave me a champagne flute full of Jose Cuervo, which is the worst tequila. And, one time, okay, no big deal. But after the 5th time, I was fucked up. And I literally didn't make it out of the bar before I threw up. Plus, drinking all night just was not a good combo.
I've only danced with the tequila devil once in my life, and that was enough for me. I learned my lesson. I woke up 3 days later and joined a search party. Joined a search party that was looking for
you. No, literally. Now, if I smell Jose Cuervo, I almost get sick. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I learned my lesson.
I like.
Jose Cuervo is the devil.
I was down in Mexico. Last time I had it was down in Texas. I broke down at a truck stop, and somebody out back had a bottle of it. And like I said, 2 days later, I woke up trying to figure out where in the hell I was and what the hell I did.
That's the perfect person to drink alcohol with. Just some random stranger that's behind the truck stop. It's like
next thing you know, like, surprise!
Oh no!
Does it smell like chloroform?
You woke up 2 days later in the back of a semi.
Late 80s. Late 80s, early 90s. You pull into a truck stop, there's always a barbecue going on, a party going on. There's always something going on.
Even in the 80s, I just don't know how I would feel about a random stranger calling me like, "Hey,
you want a shot?" I don't know.
Wake up in that truck stop dumpster 3 days later, your asshole hurting, and you're cross-eyed,
head splitting like a cord of firewood.
I don't know what happened, but
we went into.
That was one hell of a time.
we went when I was working for company PDQ. It was down in San Antonio, I think it was. Yeah, San Antonio. We went across the border one night. One morning, we went across the border.
That'll do it.
Went into this little bar, and the lead driver, he knew this bar from somewhere, from back in the day. And we went in there, started drinking. I was drinking Cuervos, and kept on. He goes, "Dude, you need to eat some Mexican food." All right. So he talked this barmaid into making guacamole. Now, mind you, this bar is closed up. Curtains are closed. Can't really see. Gives this guy some money. He goes out, down the street, hits a serving tray, flips it upside down, smacks it, takes the rag and wipes it off, and he starts mixing the stuff up. And I've had probably 3, 4 drinks by then. And he sets down the chips.
I'd be passed out.
Sitting there eating this stuff, and the driver says, "Well, what do you think of it?" I said, "Yeah, that's pretty good." Back there, in order, if the bar's closed, the curtain's closed. When you're open, they open up the curtains.
Right.
That bar opens up, he opens up the curtains, and I look down and I see this big blob of green shit.
Yeah.
Guacamole doesn't look good, but it tastes good.
Oh yeah, shot ain't wrong in the Chatter's box. Strangers with tequila and lots of lot lizards in the 80s.
Yeah.
Brian said he got stupid drunk down in Cancun off of tequila and mojitos.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long to get drunk.
That sounds like a fucking party. He got drunk in Cancun, but woke up in some little Mexican city. Steve Buscemi was telling stories of El Mariachi.
The biggest Mexican he ever saw.
Brian's like, last time I was awake, I was in Cancun.
We used to go down.
What's number 2?
Down to Claxico, California.
Uh-huh.
Number 3. You want to know what number 3 is?
Yeah.
Number 3 is wine.
Ew.
For all you winos.
I can't stand the taste of wine.
Do you drink? Just it's one of those things where if you can't, you can drink a whole bottle of wine and not even think about it.
Not me. I can barely get into a glass because it tastes like asshole in a glass.
It's a different drunk with wine though. Like it's a different feeling with wine. And I don't like wine. It's too bitter for me.
Yeah.
But I have gotten drunk off of wine a couple of times, and it hits different. It really does. It hits you differently.
Yeah.
Brad said that tequila and mojitos, he woke up in a hammock by the pool. Well, that's
Well, mojitos they will fuck you up.
Yeah.
They're another one of those sneaky little fuckers.
I've tasted a lot of wines, and they just all have that bitter taste.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people like, oh, you're just drinking the wrong wine. No, it's all wine across the board. Tastes like shit.
Yeah, just nothing. Something about it is no. Number 2.
No.
This is one I can't drink no more. Rum and Coke, and that used to be
I love it.
Drink at one time.
I mean, I can get down on some rum and Coke.
I know.
It's a nice way to disguise the fact that you're drinking.
Or rum and Pepsi because I don't drink Coke.
I didn't know Captain Morgan made rum.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Captain Morgan is.
I was gonna say
it's literally called spiced rum.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Never mind. Me bad. We got spiced rum up here.
Yeah.
Me bad. I guess I should look at my cabinets every once in a while. See what I got.
Brian and the Chatter's box over here defending wine. He said red wine with a nice medium rare steak. I'll get down with you on some medium rare steak, but
I like a steak.
I want to chase that steak around my place.
No.
But yeah, I just can't do wine. I'll beer.
Well, I can't drink alcohol while I eat.
Oh yeah. Well, that's your problem.
I'm weird.
I can't either.
It's a weird thing.
I can't drink and eat.
Because when I drink to get buzzed or drunk or whatever. When I'm eating, if I'm going to drink something, it's to wash my fucking gullet out.
Yeah, beer's perfect to wash your gullet out.
Yeah.
He also said that.
No, I can't drink. Period with beer.
Yeah, I just
Have another.
Brian also said rum and coke is
No.
for rookies. I
I'm ready.
100% agree with you there.
No, it's a great thing to sneak into, like, little league games, because no, it's just Coke. Those
Sean
little
told
league
Pops
games
that,
that last forever.
yeah. Sean told Pops to have another one. Pops isn't drinking. He's just a senile old man.
That's the way
Yeah,
he
I gotta
is.
get up at 2:00. I gotta get up in a few hours. Okay, I'm home. Yeah. What date was she on?
I don't know. She was on a date
Wasn't with
apparently.
me.
Yeah.
She was on a date with her girlfriend, I guess. I don't know.
It was Bob.
Bob needs to be getting the
number
jet and bus
one.
ready.
Oh, he is.
At number one,
Can anybody guess what number one is?
It better be
Budweiser.
beer.
Beer.
Yeah, Budweiser. Because there's only one beer, and it's Budweiser. And if you drink Busch lattes, you're an idiot, and you don't really drink Busch lattes. You only drink them because it's a trend. Because that is a terrible fucking beer.
No, like I said, my best beer is MGD. I love the taste of MGD.
Beer. According to this, beer was discovered in
Macedonia.
In 95 or what was it? 9500 BC.
Hell yeah. That's
Still
Jesus
working today.
juice.
That's a real Jesus juice.
Michelob Ultras. I do. Yeah, Michelob Ultra is a pretty good beer. Oh, thank you, baby, for the heart.
First built.
The first.
Some beers come from roots, which basically became root beer.
Right.
Yeah, it was discovered back in 95 BC, and it was naturally
aspirated.
Yeah.
Look at you with the big fancy words, Jeff.
I know. I know certain words.
Yeah, I can't. I'm glad he can, because I sure
You can't. You can't.
And I'm not even
them,
reading it. I just know it.
You can't fucking read them. You can just say them.
I know.
I'm intellectual like that.
All right, calm down there, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yeah. Fancy like
you've
apple.
You've reached the two big words of the day limit, and I haven't even got to news yet.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? That's the top 10.
That's Pop's top 10. Top 10 alcohol.
Toss him the dirty towel so he can dry himself off.
Beer's the reigning
champion.
I think, and not to shit on beer, but I think the reason why beer is reigning number one is because it's the cheapest.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
And most readily available.
Yes and no, because with the popularity of craft beers and breweries and stuff like that,
right?
There are six packs are
expensive.
Yeah, there's a German beer that I really like. It's called Radenberger. But for a six, it's imported. It's an actual German beer. There's a couple German beers that I really like. But for a 6-pack of those beers, it's like $16 or $17, something like that.
Ouch.
For a 6-pack.
Yeah, which is why you just stick to Bud Light.
Yeah,
Bud Light
are so good.
They got all day.
I don't know about you. I know it doesn't work like this for you, Chris, but when I drink beer, sometimes it's like, wow, this is not going down smooth. And other times it's like, fuck, this is like water, and I drink like 40 of them.
Yeah, well, that's exactly how every beer is for me for the most part.
You just
who put water in this beer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your White Russian, it rates number 13.
Yes.
Just saying it. White Russian make 13.
Well, see, but I guarantee you, in '98 it was higher, because in '98 was when the Big Lebowski came out, and that's what Jeff Bridges drank, and that was what got me on it.
I was just gonna say that the only reason you drink a White Russian is because of the dude.
Yep, Jeff Lebowski, man.
I do like the
rum made a lot of weight. Rum made 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who
And
drinks
this
straight rum? That's
abstinence,
a psychopath.
I agree with you, Brian. I like the cherry
abstinence.
wheat. Oktoberfest is all right, but I like the cherry wheat. Absinthe?
I'd love to try absinthe, but
Yeah,
I would too. I think I
I'm
would
also
like to try
slightly
it.
afraid of it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid of it, but I kind of want to try it.
Yeah, as long as I'm in a safe space when I do it, like my bedroom.
Yeah, right. Well, after I watched American Horror Story Hotel, it made me feel different about absinthe. So, White Russian. Joanne said she drank White Russians back in '83.
Yeah,
She's gonna go ahead and age herself there.
yeah. I was gonna say, talk about putting your age out there. Well, the
Brian,
nice thing about White Russians, the only thing is, I would actually, I actually changed it later on to brown cows.
Yeah.
A brown cow is a White Russian without milk,
Yeah.
so it's just vodka and Kahlua. Because
Mhm.
I'm somewhat lactose intolerant, so I would get drunk, and then shit for 3 days. So I was like, yeah, let's switch to brown cows.
I won't. Brian said he drinks rum, bourbon, and whiskey straight.
And lemonade, that's number 10.
Vodka and what?
You can pretty much mix anything with vodka and lemonade.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, vodka and lemonade. I still say.
And tonic.
I still say. Well, there's one. It's called a kombucha, and it's coffee and alcohol, which once again is the right up there with putting like vodka and Red Bull. Is you'd be completely fucking hammered, but you couldn't pass out. Like fuck it, let's get the day started. Like you know.
Right.
Here's another one. Number 12 is Jagger. I got this Jagger and Red Bull, which is a Jagger bomb.
I don't like Jaeger.
Yeah, Jaeger's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, but they have the Jaeger bus come through Cancun every year, and I'm just like, fuck that bus.
I like to drink bourbon and whiskey. I like to sip on it if it's straight. I'm not gonna sit there and down them. Those are just good sippers.
Yeah, I can't.
Vodka.
That's the problem.
One of those. Yeah. Vodka really doesn't have much of a taste to me, in my opinion. That's why you can just pretty much mix it with whatever.
Right.
But I wouldn't be upset if they banned it. And Brian said vodka's disgusting. It needs to be banned. I wouldn't be upset if they banned it. But like I said, that fucking little Russian ninja has kicked me in the face more times than
amen to that.
Because, like I said, there's been many a nights where I've been drinking it out of nowhere. Like one night in particular, my buddy Kevin and I were sitting around playing video games, and I drank an entire bottle of vodka, and I brought it out of the kitchen. I was like, dude, I drank this whole fucking bottle, and I don't feel anything.
So you're laying on the floor.
Yeah. He was like, that's because you're an alka, and that's about all he got. He got alka, and then I was like, oh, there it is. And I am hammered.
Well, the one night, my ex and I went to a bar with a bunch of friends, and it was around the time of the popularity of the homie dolls.
Uh-huh.
And a friend of mine had a homie doll in her purse, and she kept ordering shots of vodka, and then she dropped the homie doll in it and go, save her, she's drowning. And of course I would do the shot. Like, oh, I gotta save another one, and I was like, I'm not paying for them, whatever. And like, I was fine until about midnight when I got home, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, this is not cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't fuck with hard alcohol.
No,
I stick to beer, and I'm good. Because I know what I can do and what I can't do on beer. I don't know what I can and can't do on hard alcohol. Like walk or continue to drink.
Well, my problem is, back in the day, I used to mix the two a lot.
Oof.
And sometimes I have these moments where I get these brilliant brainstorms, and it's like, I can still mix whiskey and Budweiser all night long, and I'm fine. And then
you learn that lesson hard.
We found that out one night, didn't we?
I have fried chicken.
Yeah.
We found that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was actually beer. That was beer, the bourbon, and the moonshine.
And yeah. But you're also talking to a guy that had already polished off more than a 12-pack before you got here. Then you guys brought me more beer, and I drank that. And then I was drinking your silly-ass bourbon, and then I drank that damn moonshine. So I got to ask for it that night. But meanwhile, you're over here sipping on your 3 drops of bourbon and can of Coke. Bourbon. Japanese whiskey. Isn't that sake or suki?
Yeah, what
sake?
Yeah, I think that's sake or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Or is it a different Japanese whiskey? Or no, sake is Japanese beer.
Sake is more like a Japanese wine. If is my understanding.
It's fucking disgusting. Yeah. One of my old bosses, when I originally worked at OSU, he was in the military and served over in Japan or something like that at some point, and he had a bunch of sake, and then he had a connection for sake, and he was like, "Oh, you should try it," and I tried it, and I was like, "This tastes like complete horse's ass." So, never been.
My dad told a story once. My dad was in Korea during the Korean War, and him and his buddies decided to go to the local bar and drink. And they just went and drink beer. And the guy serving them said, "Look, I'll give you guys as much beer as you want, but as soon as you get off your bar stool, you're on your own." And they're like, "Please, we're American, we can drink." Well, the problem is what they do in Korea is they put formaldehyde in the beer, which dehydrates you. That's not a lot, but it dehydrates you, which is what alcohol does, is dehydrate you, which is what makes you fucked up. And my dad's buddy literally had one beer, and he got up and he's like, "I got to piss," and literally laid on the floor the rest of the night.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a bit rough. Sensi Japanese whiskey and Lawai, and I know I butchered those both, are the Japanese whiskeys that Brian has. I honestly have never heard of them, but I mean, that's I don't venture too much into the world of whiskey and bourbon and stuff. Like I said, my buddy Kevin, he knows all the fancy bourbons and shit like that, but not so much me. I just prefer beer because I could drink out beer like all day and I'm good to go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I can literally drink beer all day, and I know, okay, if I'm getting a little too fucked up, I can be like, okay, I'm gonna take a break, have a couple glasses of water or Coke or whatever, and then go back to drink a beer, no problem. Where if I did the same thing with hard alcohol or something else, I'd be like, I don't know where my limit is.
Yeah. Well, speaking of break, let's jump off here, take a real quick break. We'll let Pops go because I know he's got to get up in just a couple hours.
His rag. He can dry himself off.
Here's your towel, whore. You got what?
Yeah, I gotta find out what that Japanese. I gotta find out what that whiskey is. Gotta find out.
Well, I might, when we come back for a break, if Brian's still around, I might bring him on here just for a minute, just so he can show us what it is. Because he said, "Allow me to show you." So, give us a couple minutes. We're gonna let Pops jump off here. We're gonna take a real quick break.
Yep.
I'm gonna go grab me a couple beers, and then we're gonna come back with what the fuck news. And Brian's gonna show off his Japanese whiskey.
There we go.
Japanese whiskey. All right, you guys have fun. Enjoy. I shall see you guys. Talk to you guys Saturday with another top 10.
Excellent.
And hopefully you have better. And hopefully you'll have a better connection.
Yeah.
I'll
pay your internet bill or something.
we might
get your
hotspot
on your fancy.
Get my hotspot on my fancy truck.
Oh yeah, on that dually.
Yeah.
But
Jeff,
we'll see you guys. Well, we'll see you.
See you on Saturday. Yeah. Take her easy, and if she's easy, take her twice.
Sounds like Jeff's wife.
That might be easy, and I'm not sleazy, okay?
All right, get out of here and go clean yourself up, you filth whore.
Yeah.
Thanks for the top 10, Pops. We'll see you
Don't
Saturday.
move. I'll get you a towel.
Later. All right, we'll get rid of that guy with this horrible internet connection.
Oh,
We're going to take a real quick break, guys, and then we'll be right back with What the Fuck News. Got a couple stories for you. We're going to go a little long tonight, not too long. And we'll bring Brian in for a minute and let him show us his Japanese whiskey.
Yeah.
Hey, not Wicked Woman. That's kind of become our end of the show thing. I think it's going to be our end of the show song.
I like that end of the show song.
Yeah.
The problem is it gets me pumped up.
Right. Right. Yeah. Let's go with a little bit of this right here. All right, guys.
Come and lay your money down. Don't call me the bright-haired ghost son, 'cause I ain't coming back. I'll make it on my own. Let me walk my own path. And don't worry about me. I've got everything I need. I wanna see the world through my own eyes. Climb the mountain to see the sky. Across the stars on the other side. One of these days I won't be around. I'll rip my roots up from the ground. With wings of feathers streaming west, I'll fly towards the sun until they melt from my back. Tell me there's nothing left to find. There's nothing more than this. Well, I'll stumble and I'll fall, but I'll find the strength to carry on. One of these days I won't be around. I'll rip my roots up from this ground. With wings of feathers stringing west, I'll fly towards the sun until they melt from my back. One of these days I won't be around. I'll rip my roots up from the ground. With wings of feathers stringing west, I'll fly towards the sun until they melt from my back. Until they melt from my
All right, and we are back. A little Blacktop Mojo twofer because I had
You had to take
tacos
a
for
shit,
dinner
don't lie.
tonight. That did
Yeah, I
not.
was gonna say, you had to take a
Well, tacos. I had tacos for dinner tonight. They didn't quite seem to agree with my stomach, and I sat down here as that last song was ending, and it was like, I
Ooh.
don't think that's a fart. I am at that certain
Never trust a
age
fart.
that I should, yeah. That so I was like, yeah, twofer, gotta go. like I was literally sitting here just clenched up, like, hurry up and end. Any other time you would just end. But I'm sweating. Whew.
Yeah, I
Man
know.
alive.
Yeah.
But anyways, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Nonsensical Nonsense. I'm Glick, hanging out with Jeff as always. If you're not already, feel free to check us out on the old social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Haps. Haps. I think it's just Haps, right? Yeah, just Haps. And also, you can get every episode of the podcast, which I've kind of been slacking lately, but my work schedule's been really weird lately. So come tomorrow or Friday, we'll probably be uploading 3 episodes all at once. But you can go check out every episode on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere you get your podcasting fixins from or podcasting jollies. So if you'd be so kind, go give us a like and go give us a follow and go give Jeff a double thumbing because that's his favorite.
You like it.
Also, if you'd like to email us about anything, sponsorships, coming on the show as a special guest, or if you just want to tell Jeff he sucks, well, you can always email us at
Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast at gmail.com.
Anywho,
Let me know how awesome I am. You know,
oh man,
that's what that email's for. It's just
that's what that email's for. Really, because I'm pretty sure right now all that email's for is spam.
No shit.
Don't...
Every time I turn around.
But to set up accounts for social media and whatnot, we had to have an email.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I needed was that email clogging up my personal email, which is already full of bullshit.
Other spam.
Yeah, because that email is so old. I mean, that email's older than my kids.
Well, I got an email today saying you haven't been active on our app for a long time. We were wondering if you still use it. I'm like, no. Did that app die?
Yeah. Is that app even a thing still? I don't know if Brian's still around.
I was like, Vine? What the fuck?
Oh, Vine? I think Vine's still around.
No. Vine got shut down like 6 months after it got big. They were bought out by... They got bought out by a bigger company, and the bigger company's like, we'll just shelve this.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know if it completely gone away or if it went the way of MySpace where it's no longer in use, but you can still get on MySpace. Let's
Really? I have a MySpace.
Not that this is
what it looks like.
not for the audio users who listen to us on the replay of the podcast, but for the visuals that are watching. I want to bring Brian in here for just a minute before we jump into news. And that way he can show us what this Japanese whiskey is, because I've honestly never heard of it. I've never heard of it, so I have no idea what it is.
Well, all the times we go to Japan.
I mean, I feel like we have been. Oh, that reminds me. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Oh, no. Shit.
Okay. Canceled himself.
Can you
one bad connection to the next.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. How's it going, fellas?
What's up, sir?
What's going, man? What's going on?
I don't know, man. I was just like listening to y'all talking about alcohol and everything. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let me have some. So since you're not familiar, you may have seen it in your local liquor store, but it's right in the whiskeys. But this was called Sensei. So this one is about it's a $40 bottle.
Oh, that's not too bad at all.
Yeah, it's a $40 bottle. 40% alcohol by volume. Then the other one I have is called AY. This one is like a $35 bottle of whiskey.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that one, but I think I may have seen that Sensei. I used to live down in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And they had
so
Total Wine and More. So they had everything.
Yeah. At Total Wine. That's where I bought this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like. But it's really nice. Has a little floral taste, but it's got a little kick to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not too bad priced either. I mean, I was thinking you were gonna come out here and say they were like $150 bottles.
Now no. I will not get retarded on that. No.
Yeah. Well.
No. I mean, like the most I'll ever spend would probably be $80, but there you go, drinking it straight.
There you go. So how is the taste? Has it got a smooth taste on it, or got bitterness or anything like that to it?
Has a little kick to it. It's smooth. You taste a little floral. I mean, because being from Japan, they have all those cherry blossoms.
Yeah, they love cherry blossoms over in Japan.
You said floral. I was like, I don't know what floral tastes like. I'm not out here eating gardens.
Yeah.
Get my daisy intake for the day. So
Japanese plum wine. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, Joe said Japanese plum wine. I just can't do wine. I do. It's just
No.
so.
Look. When you have a medium rare steak, you have a red wine. Whether you go with a Cab Sauv or you go with a Merlot or maybe a Malbec. Malbec it's got sweet and bitter to it, but it's a little bit more sweetened. But if you have like red wine to go with a medium rare steak, it is awesome. All you gotta do is just you take your bite of your steak and then you take a sip of the red wine to follow afterward. It's very, very nice.
Yeah, the problem is I don't sip anything, especially when I'm eating. I literally, at least fill my mouth with whatever I'm drinking, which is why I can't do alcohol while I eat.
Yeah, but and then earlier I'm used to drinking whiskey straight, bourbon straight, rum straight. I don't mix. Yeah, I don't. I don't do the rum and coke, Jack and Coke. I don't do none of that anymore. That's rookie level.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. No,
I will stay on the rookie level because
that's
I can't do
level.
anything straight.
Milton's drinking some vodka tonight. Believe me, Summer, the things that you would do to this Glick guy, he is well aware of. Summer said, "Oof, that Glick guy is sexy. The things I would do to him."
Wow. Wow.
Trust me, I know firsthand.
I'm like the only bearded guy not on the podcast tonight.
Beards are in, man.
Done several. That is my fiance. Summer's my fiance.
Yeah.
Not
so just random fan. That happens all the time.
That happens like all the time. Night Joe, night Pops. Yeah, Jeff did have a beard, but he also got COVID, and his doctor told him. Well, his doctor told his wife that if he didn't shave his beard, that he would not get rid of the COVID.
It would come back, and I was like, So,
and you listened and you believed it.
5-6 years without shaving, I shaved.
But you also live in a third world country known as Mexico.
Yeah, well, there is that.
Jeff said
Mexico is cool.
Summer said no one wants to do anything to you, Jeff. Not even your wife.
I know. That's why I'm
Mexico is cool.
I've lived here for 20 years. It's a blast.
I've never been down there, but I've heard some horrible things from Jeff, and it makes me not want to visit.
But visiting is one thing because you would literally only leave the hotel zone to come to my house. But like if you're in a hotel zone, like like I said yesterday, you and I were talking earlier before we started. We went to the hotel zone because my wife had to get before she could go back to work. She had to have a negative COVID test. So we could go get a COVID test. We were like, well, let's go to the hotel zone. Went and got a COVID test, and then went to the Starbucks that's right next door. Which I was like, well, that's convenient. And spent $400 on fucking Starbucks.
That's me. I think if I ever came to Mexico, I would want to go to one of those all-exclusive resorts, which basically I could go to in Florida, and I would just never leave. I would text you and be like,
"Yeah,
hey,
but
Jeff,
you don't see that in Florida, like Arctic blue water. True. Yeah, you don't see that.
Water, you can be 400 feet deep and still see bottom.
Yeah,
it's that clear.
Yeah, and also too, this is one part we took a ferry going to Isla Mujeres.
Oh yeah,
look at that shit.
Oh wow, yeah, that's beautiful water.
Isla Mujeres is awesome.
And that's 12 feet deep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Milton said he lived in Asia for 20 years, and now he lives in the North Georgia mountains. Which do you prefer, Milton? The mountains or Asia? Well, they got mountains in Asia.
Chicks are probably better in Asia.
Yeah.
Get those chicks in the mountains go, you got a pretty mouth. Hey, you guys, you can't do that.
But Mexico is cool. It's cheap. A lot of people go there from all over. Yeah, a lot of people go there. I mean, hell, I bought like this sour apple flavored tequila for like $8.50.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, that would be the one thing that for me to go to Mexico would be a lot cheaper than going to Florida.
Oh yeah.
And what was really cool though, I was sitting while my buddy was with his fiance and everything. I was just chilling on the beach, just having a Corona, and then
Yep.
I forget, and another mojito or two. I don't remember. However, though, I was just I was just chilling on the beach, and then like 3 feet from me, like an iguana pops up out of nowhere, just looking at me like, "Yo, what's up?"
They're
Yeah,
everywhere.
iguanas everywhere. Yeah.
It's
So I'm like,
insane.
all right, cool.
I went to the store earlier today, just to get cigarettes and Coke. And as I'm walking back, I was following 3 iguanas. And I was like, "You guys want to get off
you
the
can get that.
sidewalk? I'm trying to walk here."
And you can get that down in Florida too, apparently.
These
That
will
one guy.
literally come over and try to bum a smoke from you.
That little guy like creeped up on me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They'll come out of nowhere. And
I mean, we
the
had that
range
story
of
a few weeks.
size is like an inch all the way up to like 12 feet. They're huge.
Yeah. I mean, we had that story a few weeks back about the guy who killed an iguana down in Florida and claimed stand your ground. So
No.
It works.
even though they are an invasive species in Florida and they're very destructive, they are still protected. But I guess this iguana
Now,
bit him
where did
and
you
he
stay
shot
when
it.
you were in Cancun?
The what?
Where did you stay when you were in Cancun?
The first time I went to Cancun was Paradisus, and this last go round was at the Riu Grand Peninsula.
Okay, yeah, I know both those
It's like,
hotels very well.
yeah, so it was like further north on the strip. I mean, I know there's like 4 different Rius, but the Grand Peninsula is like way up there. Actually, I have
The thing is with the Rio, they literally they make you feel stupid rich.
Yeah,
Because they are super. I mean, the one of them you walk in, I can't remember. I think it's Rio Cancun. It literally looks like you're walking into the Bellagio in Vegas.
yeah, because
that fancy.
Yeah, because I walked in and it was like purple. Purple was like their thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, each one of the Rios has a different colored theme, but yeah, the purple one. Yeah, I know that. I know that hotel.
Oh, wow.
Very.
Yeah.
Well, you know the people that sell the tours. That's what my wife and I do.
Oh, all right.
So we're in a hotel each different. Well, she is. I don't work anymore, but she's in a different hotel each week. She works for Expedia, and she's in a hotel each week. Yeah. Next time you come down, stay at Hard Rock.
We were looking at that.
Hollywood.
Well, we were looking at that. I mean, I wanted to go back to Paradisus, and then my buddy, he was thinking about Panama Jack.
Not a fan.
Well, I mean, it was just something new.
Well, the problem I have with the problem with Panama Jack is it's literally a really old hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would stick with like Paradise is a nice joint. The Rios are always nice.
I still have my Royal Services band.
Yeah, it doesn't work anymore because they change the color each week.
Yeah, I know, but it was 2 years ago.
One of my favorites is the Knicks. It's more of a boat. It's over by Plaza Flamingo, but just down from Plaza La Isla, where they have that giant, unsightly Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Which is insanely expensive for a fucking Ferris wheel. It's like $14 to ride on a fucking Ferris wheel.
Damn.
That's stupid.
For locals. That's for locals. That's my price.
I only paid $12 just to ride the ferry going to Isla Mujeres.
Oh yeah, the ferry is super cheap. Well, there's tours
going nice over there too.
The best way to go over to Isla Mujeres is on the catamaran because on the way there you stop and scuba dive. There's open bar after not scuba diving. You snorkel. After the first 45 minutes, you snorkel for about 45 minutes. Then it's open bar on the boat. You get to a beach club. At the beach club, it's all you can eat, and your open bar continues. Then they take you downtown, and you can kind of bomb around Isla Mujeres. And then on the way back, you can ride the spinnaker, which is hilarious when you're drunk.
I mean, like that ferry though. I mean, that's a. I mean, it was a really nice ferry. And then by the time we got to Isla Mujeres, we got on we rented a golf cart.
Yep.
And we went to like that Isla Mujeres brewery.
These golf carts are hilarious. They are lifted with quad tires on them.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
They haven't adjusted the motors, so they're still slow.
No, I know.
Yeah,
we had them all over the place down in Charleston. You were actually allowed to drive those on the main road.
Yeah, we went to the Isla Mujeres brewery, and I've had the Jamaica Mi Loco, which is beer made out of hibiscus.
Yep.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's you can actually buy
it's straight up legit.
They're Jamaican. They're called Jamaica flowers, and you can buy them at Walmart, and you make like a Jamaica water where you boil it and then the excess. But if you let that ferment, it becomes like beer.
Yeah.
And that shit'll fuck you up real quick.
And dude, I've
done it on accident.
And the cool thing about it though, like going to Mexico is cheap. I mean, my flight was $280 round trip coming from Houston.
Yep.
From Houston to Cancun, 2-hour nonstop flight for $280.
And your hotel, the Rio is pretty much the most expensive place, and you're looking at what is it, like $100 a night, something like that.
I think we paid. Let's see. I think I paid like $225 a night.
Yeah,
but I was outvoted
the entire time you're there.
Yeah, but I was outvoted. I wanted to try out the Panama Jack, but originally though I wanted to go back to the Paradises. Then I was open to Panama Jack, and I think another one, the Omni, but they already been to the Omni.
Actually,
they've been to the Omni.
Come down and party during spring break. Stay at the Oasis.
We were looking at that. We were looking at the Oasis as well.
That place is a shithole.
It was like 120
party hotel.
Yeah, it was like $125 a night.
Yeah, it's also super cheap, but it's a shithole hotel. Like it's been there. It's like I think it's the third hotel ever to be in Cancun.
Yeah.
Temptation's really nice. It's an adults only resort.
Yeah, yeah, Temptations. Yeah, that's over there next to the Marriott or the Hilton over there.
No, the Marriott's all the way down.
It's near the Hard Rock though.
No, not anymore. They've moved it.
Oh.
It's the Temptation Hotel is where Blue Bay used to be. They actually bought Blue Bay and turned it into Temptation, and they've improved the hotel immensely.
If it was an adult-only hotel, they probably had to put that bitch somewhere secluded.
No, actually, it's literally right across from the church, which I find hilarious.
Yeah, well,
there's a Catholic church in the hotel zone, and right across the diagonal from the church is the Temptation, which I find hilarious.
Well,
and an actual must-do. Go ahead.
After a Friday and Saturday night of debauchery and acting like a hooligan, you got to go across the street and do your repentance and do your Hail Marys and and whatnot.
Now an absolute must do when going to Cancun, you have to go to Escadet. Spend a whole day out in Escadet. Yeah.
Actually, I prefer Shell Ha.
Shell Ha?
After living here for 28 years, Shell Ha is a natural water park. You basically spend the entire time. It's all you can eat, all you can drink all day, where Shell Ha it's one time. Or Xcaret is one time eating. Shell Ha is all you can eat, all you can drink all day. More snorkeling than you can shake a stick at. 5 different restaurants. However, Xcaret has the show at night, which is fucking dope.
Yes, it is. Yep.
The show is worth the time you go. But if I'm gonna go to a park, I go to Explore or I go to Shell Ha.
Yeah, that was a plan to go to
Chris, you'd love with your fear of heights, you would love Explore because they have the longest and highest zip lines in Cancun.
Zip line, yeah.
Oh yeah, sounds fantastic. Sounds amazing.
And here's the best part: once you start, you can't get off till you finish.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't start.
Piss, they're like piss yourself.
Yeah, that's why.
Sitting that's going the stream going down, falling from the sky.
But, yeah, exactly. I would just whip it out at that point. You're like, oh, here it goes.
They guarantee at Explore that you will get wet because the Shell Ha, the zip line ends in the water, and they guarantee no matter what you do, you will get wet on the zip line.
This is pretty cool at sunrise.
Yeah,
This was like at
Nice.
7 a.m.
Oh wow.
Nice calm water, beautiful. But yeah, man, I mean, you just gotta check it out, dude.
It's worth it.
I'll get down there one day eventually. I gotta go down there and kick Jeff in the dick, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, I mean, it was really cool too, because like at Escaret, we were in the shark tank with nurse sharks.
Yeah. Yeah, these are sharks that basically,
Look like catfish.
when you go to the dentist's office, they have the giant fish tank and the one fish is sucking on the side of the tank. That's basically a nurse shark.
Yeah, I know that.
And they're fucking massive.
I'm not getting in the water with a shark unless it's a great white or a megalodon.
Oh, you can actually swim with sharks. You can swim with sharks at the aquarium. And Plaza La Isla. If there's a tour in Cancun, I've done it at least twice in 20 years.
I just want to see if you boop a shark in the nose if it really works.
Yeah, they put you in a glass cage.
I don't want to be in a cage. Oh yeah, that sounds real safe. We're gonna stick you in this glass cage
it's plexiglass, a polycarbonate cage.
Yeah, we're gonna stick you into this as opposed to a steel cage or something like that. We're just gonna stick you in a glass cage.
It's a bulletproof polycarbonate cage.
So when the shark smashes it, not only am I gonna get glass shards all over me, which is gonna put blood in the water, the shark's gonna bite my leg off.
I mean that is on my to-do list. I want to get in a shark cage and feed a great white. That's on my to-do list.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
They have them here in Cancun.
Yeah,
at the aquarium.
It's
only like $100.
$100.
I've done every tour in Cancun for free.
I want to like feed a great white. I want to just like hold the fish and then right as you get thrown, like throw it right at him and let him catch it.
Oh no, they put it on a stick. You can actually the fish is tied to a stick, and the shark will actually break the string that's holding the fish on, and it damn near rips the stick out of your hand. It's insane.
I want to feed a great.
Yeah, it's not like
I want to have like claim to say, yeah, I was in the water with a great white.
I've done it.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool.
It's creepy and awesome all at the same time because they literally, they'll bump up against the cage the whole time, and you're like, Jesus. I've seen I've been in this movie.
Yeah, down in Beaumont. I mean, I've been like in a pond with a bunch of alligators.
Yeah,
so it's like just sitting there. I'm in a boat, and then the guy's like, yeah, you just hand them out, and all these like 15, 20 gators just swimming right at you, like, feed me.
Yeah.
That was like, that was crazy.
I've never had an encounter with a gator at a park, but I have had encounters with gators in real life. We used to have them down in Charleston, and we had a pond behind my house, so we'd see them out there all the time.
Yeah,
and they never really paid much attention to us, so they didn't. For the most part, surprisingly, for being a full-size living, breathing dinosaur, I guess from my understanding, they're pretty timid and pretty docile. They're only aggressive during mating season, so most of the time they could give two shits less that you're around. And I almost stepped on one day at a plantation, and it was a big one. And I was like, if I'd have stepped on that damn thing, he'd have eaten me alive. But he didn't even flinch, even when my idiot friend threw a stick at him. I'm like, why are you throwing sticks at an alligator that I'm less than a foot from?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like, the only time they would ever follow you, like if you're in the water, like on a boat or whatever, and they follow you, is if they're hungry. But most of the time, like they're like, man, just I'm on my bit. You do you, I do me.
And more than likely, I feel like at those parks, they've already trained that when they see people and whatnot, they already know they're going to be, they're going to be getting fed. It's not necessarily trained, but they know it's a habit. They're like, oh, there's a boat full of people. They're going to feed us. So then they're going to swim up to the boat and be like, hey, what's up, guys?
If they don't feed us, we'll eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll feed us, or they can feed us willingly, or we're going to take that shit prison style.
What's up, Tony D?
What's going on, Tony?
But I mean, like, probably like the next time I go to Cancun, I want to go snorkeling out there.
Well, next time you come down, send me an email, nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com, and I can hook you up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Literally,
Yeah, so's
my wife's
tacos,
got
baby.
the hookup for all that shit. I
That's
have it
why.
as well. I just have to actually make 2 calls to do it. But you can actually pull straight through my wife if you want to.
And also, too, another reason why to come to Mexico, birria tacos.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh man, total game changer.
Actually, no. There's a when you were here over by Cocobongo and all that shit. There's a place called fuck. What's it called? Las Quecas, and they make quesadillas that will fucking and they're like 12 pesos a piece, and they'll blow your fucking mind. They're
12
I got a Taco
pesos.
Bell less than 5 minutes from my house. I don't need to go to
those
Mexico
aren't
for
real
tacos.
tacos. Those aren't real
It's
tacos.
not. Yeah.
That's authentic. That is authentic.
That's like
Mexican
saying
food.
that's like saying the burger I made here at my house is McDonald's.
Or In and Out.
Yeah, exactly. It's not.
I've never had In-N-Out, but I feel like with all the hype and everything like that, I would probably be extremely disappointed.
Yeah, I feel the same way about that and Whataburger.
Oh, I love Whataburger.
No, I've never had it.
You better watch out, Jeff.
Unfortunately,
You're throwing fighting words
we've
around.
never had it. No, but I'm saying
Yeah, we don't have.
I've never had it, so I'm afraid if I eat it, the hype will just be like, oh, you know what? It's not as good as everybody said.
Yeah, I think that's what the hell?
Yeah, it's because like mainly in Texas, Whataburger is pretty much like law. And and now In and Out, there's like maybe 2 locations in Houston for In and Out, and everybody's like doing the whole comparison, like, oh well, In and Out's better. And I'm like, man, get your liberal California ass out of here. Talking about Krispy Kreme. I was like,
around here.
yeah, we're like, man, we're all about Shipley's Donuts down here. We don't care about no damn Krispy Kreme. Get your liberal out of here.
Easy on the Krispy Kreme now. That's some.
Yeah, Krispy
we're all about
Krispy Kreme in Cancun too.
Krispy Kreme was blessed by the hand of God. He reached down from the heavens and blessed every donut, and they are amazing at Krispy Kreme.
Glick's voice helps ease my poop.
Nice.
I'm glad I can make your poop better.
At least we're here for something.
Yeah, right. But
she don't have to grab the rail. I was gonna say she don't have to grab the rail or grab her ankles.
No, it's just a little nice little even flow, and just comes out all naturally, and doesn't have to worry about anything. What is going on with this thing? I have fucked everything up over here. But I do hate to interrupt your guys' PSA for tour Mexico. Come to Cancun. But
see, one half.
I do.
Nonsensical Nonsense.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get sponsored by the Cancun Tourist Board.
Well, maybe after you guys'
pesos
amazing review, and but I don't want pesos, so I don't get paid in pesos.
After every tour, you get an order of birria tacos and some pozole or menudo.
Not a huge fan of pozole. My wife makes amazing pozole.
I was never a big fan of Menudo's music.
That's a fail.
I know. It was crickets. It was out there. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't think of Ricky Martin. I couldn't think of the guy's name.
Epic fail, man.
Yeah.
It happens. They can't all be winners. All right.
Yeah.
Sometimes
we'll give you a pass.
Casey Tiger says, "What? Menudo rocks." There he is. Casey shows up. He's got my back. Tony's like, they had a Chris Saturday morning cartoon. Anyways, I do have a couple stories here. Brian, you're more than welcome to hang out for What the Fuck News if you'd like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Before we wrap the show up here, I almost forgot we were doing a podcast, but we are doing a podcast.
Pretty much every day is a What the Fuck News.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's no joke. Shut up, you little kid. But trigger warning, just in case anybody is easily offended by a certain man's voice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not it. That's Jeff's voice. Everybody's triggered by Jeff's voice.
Yeah. I trigger people.
Get that one out of there.
That's my trait that I.
Nonsensical nonsense.
Jeff's. I can't. I'm breaking everything every tonight. I done broke the comments. That is Pops'
Yeah, that's Pops'
intro for his top 10.
Audio Jungle.
So listen to this. Okay, listen.
Because believe it or not, we try to run this like a functional podcast.
Yeah.
So we have soundboards and noises and all that fun jazz.
Intros.
Jeff.
I have to build more intros.
Yeah, Jeff. Did you get not Pops? Did you get Bob out on work release?
Bob's out on work release. He's at the plane, and the bus is right next to it.
And he's got Kevin's router.
Yeah, he's got Kevin's router, and he's got fish sticks and pasta, and he's ready to rock.
All right. Well, we're going to first stop of the night. We're going to Thailand.
Ooh, jump on the plane.
Oh, the motherland. Well, on my mom's side.
I was going to say, wait, what?
Like, wait a minute.
No. My mom is
That
from
needs more
Thailand.
explanation. Okay.
Yeah, military
Your
byproduct.
mom's-
Military
Oh, nice.
byproduct here. Yeah, my dad's an Air Force vet.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Got himself a wifey out in Thailand, huh?
Yeah, who's like, well, I don't know what it is about me. I said, Dad, you're a man in uniform, and she wanted to get the hell out.
Yeah, amen to that.
Mhm. Well, we're gonna tell you a story about Thailand that hopefully makes your mom proud.
Go for it.
Says a man put his penis into a tube to see if his penis enlargement had worked, and he got it stuck.
Nice.
I can't make this shit up. And sadly, out of Thailand, there's a lot of stories like this. And I always forget to look them up
What
and
kind of
everything like
tube?
that. Story.
Just like
There's
random
stories.
pipe on the ground, and he's like, "I'll stick my dick in this."
It's a PVC tube. I'll get there, Jeff. Jesus Christ. Again, this is like watching a movie with my kids. Yeah, it's like watching a movie with my kids. We'll get there. Calm down. We're all watching it at the same time. All right.
No, these are the questions that
There's
pop
been-
in my head right away.
There have been stories aplenty from Thailand where people have stuck their junk in nuts, like that you tighten things down with, pipes, 2-liter bottles, whatever. If they can stick it in there, they stick it in there. 9 times out of 10, it gets stuck. But it says they say
dick in a nozzle of a 2-liter bottle. You got a really small dick.
Yeah.
Oh, it happens. Don't judge.
As I look at my 3-liter bottle, I mean, Jesus, Chris, what are you doing here?
As I look and just look at that.
Yeah, not all of us were blessed with a rod.
Yeah.
Some of us have to have penis enlargement surgery.
Call me tripod.
It says, yeah, all right, shut up. They call you tripod.
I don't have any Italian blood in me, so I'm screwed.
They call you tripod because you're 2 feet tall.
Damn.
The story says they say be careful what you wish for, and one man in Thailand knows this all too well. After getting his penis trapped in a tube following an enlargement procedure, the man in his 20s rammed his manhood into a 1-inch wide gray PVC used on kitchen sinks while pleasuring himself at home in Bangkok. Yes, I did not make that up. He was in Bangkok.
Yes.
Calm down, Jeff. I know you want to say
That's
something.
capital Thailand.
No.
Bangkok
Thailand,
is
capital
the-
Bang.
Yeah,
capital.
Bangkok. Yeah, Bangkok is the capital of Thailand.
That was the joke we always
He
used
had,
to do in grade school. What's the capital bank?
Yeah,
Thailand.
yeah, you fucked
Punch
it
in the
up.
dick.
Yeah.
Bangkok.
He said it says he had recently paid for a penis enlargement injections. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Chris is gonna be googling.
It's pretty much like
Google.
it's pretty much steroids for the dong.
Yeah. Oh, you can say dick on.
I mean, if it works.
We curse.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Don't hold back.
Jeff yells at me.
We never do.
Jeff yells at me when I use clinical terms.
What are you, some sort of fag? Get on to it.
It is a medical medication to help enlarge the member of the male species.
The penile gland.
which will circulate and circumcise the male erection.
Yeah, right. I mean, if it works, I'll doubt. But
honey, I know what I want for Christmas.
What are we doing tonight, Brain? Trying the penis enlargement. But he said he recently paid for his penis enlargement injections and wanted to see if they had worked. Indeed, they had, so much so that the man's penis got stuck and began to rapidly swell. The man was forced to call medics to help him get out of the sticky situation. But when they arrived at his apartment, they said they could not cut away the pipe. The medics took him to a hospital where they called. Now, this is the thing that kills me about this story. This is how often it happens in Thailand. They took him to a hospital where they called in a team that specializes in similar incidences.
They're like, don't worry, Bob, you're not the first one.
You won't be the last.
The volunteer firemen, and this is the last people I want trying to remove a pipe from my pecker, are volunteer firemen.
Yeah.
But they use pliers, a circular cutter, and a tube of lubricating gel to begin freeing the man's shaft.
Oof.
It took more than 20 minutes. It was so tightly stuck inside the narrow tube. The rescuers had to insert a protective sheet in between the pipe and the man's penis just to keep the pliers from cutting into the man's flesh.
Yeah, nope. I'll wait. I'll go get it next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch baseball and see if this.
I will watch baseball for days. Like, I'll deal. I'm not gonna let anybody know. B, you're not coming anywhere near me.
Or just watch Rosie O'Donnell naked.
Ugh,
that would do it instantly.
Work again.
Or Betty White.
Yeah, I just paid all this money to get penis enlargement, and now I just broke it.
Yeah,
I'm better off with the pipe. But he said that he told medics before the bizarre sex act that he had recently undergone a controversial, fair enough, penis enlargement procedure with filler injections into his gland. The man, who has not been named, is said to have told them he wouldn't have had this problem if he hadn't have had the enlargement injections, which leads me to believe that this pipe was his random toy of choice that he kept under his bed.
Yeah,
because it sounds like he's done it several times.
The fact that it's 1 inch diameter, and that's external diameter, by the way.
So
not would be not my toy of choice. It would literally be like, I have a 4-inch thick pipe.
So pretty much that's like his amateur making of the flesh rocket.
Yeah, the fleshlight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Or the pussy.
Yeah, he was too cheap to. Yeah, he was too cheap to go buy a fleshlight. So instead, he got penis enlargement surgery or enhancement pills, whatever, shots, injections, and just stuck with a PVC pipe that he had.
Yikes.
Yeah, and if you've ever worked with PVC, it doesn't look like it would be comfortable.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of static cling on that shit, too. I'm sure he's been shocked a couple times.
The man who got his penis stuck said, I'm annoyed because I spent a lot of money on that. And now I have to pay for the medical bills as well. I spent a lot of money on the injections.
That piece of pipe, damn it. Oh.
No, not the pipe, the injections. And now he's got medical bills. The rescue team member said that apart from its size, his penis's size, the man's penis swelled every time it was touched, which made the pipe removal more difficult. After a grueling ordeal, the team finally managed to break the plastic object. The young man was left in the hospital for further medical treatment. He needs to go to a psych ward.
Yeah, well,
And
PVC pipe doesn't break very easily.
no. And as of right now, it's unclear.
It shatters.
Yeah, and as of right now, it's unclear if his pecker will ever work properly again after the procedure.
Just let him watch porn.
Spend the extra $12 on Amazon. I'm sorry.
But,
I mean, there's a lot of prostitution in Thailand, though, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, but here's my thing. If you go and pay for the penis enlargement surgery, and you want to see if it worked, there's this thing called it's an incredible invention called a tape measure.
Yeah,
that will.
However, it still fits in this little bitty pipe.
Yeah, and if you want to check the girth, well, then they have those tailor tapes that like the suit makers and stuff use.
Yeah,
and you can go around it. You can check the girth and the length, and those tapes are like you can get that thing for like 50 cents. Yeah,
yeah. And on top of that, you just measure it every couple of days. Oh yeah, it is getting bigger. I'll be damned. Yeah.
Or just pay the money. Just pay the money for a prostitute and check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have her measurement because it sounds like this shit works because obviously every time he touched it, it got bigger, which would be a problem for me because I'd be touching it all the time. I'm like, look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm like, look at it gets bigger. Touch it.
Then you'd be like, it's gold.
Yeah, I don't
see my forbidden dance. Oosh, oosh.
Yeah. Wow, no, I mean, and
there are so many ways.
The fact that he got it stuck in a 1-inch PVC pipe, I would not leave my apartment until I got it out myself because you want to talk about embarrassing. I'd at least want a 2-inch pipe. I would have slid a 2-inch pipe over top of the 1-inch and be like, look, see that?
Told you.
Or just keep touching it and maybe the pipe will explode. I don't know. It's just.
Well, sir, the good news is the 2-inch pipe came right off, but underneath it was this 1-inch pipe. So
how'd that get there?
Yeah.
That seems to be where that's where the real problem.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you have to be, as KC said, you have to be consistent with your well, fair enough, KC. KC said you need to be consistent with your reference point for measuring. So, okay, well, if that tube was his previous reference point, then
sounds like somebody needs an upgrade. I bet you anything he never buys a piece of PVC again. He'll be like, you know what? I'll spend the $20 on the fleshlight.
Or get a prostitute or a tranny. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Go get one of them lady boys.
Yeah. And then y'all can have a sword fight and see who wins.
Yeah. There you go. Like, look, see, mine's bigger. I got penis injections.
If you're a Star Wars fan, get you some glow in the dark condoms, and you guys can have lightsabers.
Let's play Thor.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Yeah, right.
That's fun.
Let's get the hell out of Thailand before Jeff does something we all regret.
Let's go find him.
We're just gonna fly. We're just gonna fly around in Nonsensical Nonsense 1 because this next story doesn't really tell me where it comes from. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out.
All right.
But I feel like I need to go buy these sheets because of summer. There's a company who they're doing these for hotels who have created a new sheet for beds. Okay. It's an anti-flatulence bedding filters. It filters away fart smells.
It's called a rubber sheet.
No, rubber sheets are good for something else.
No.
But Yeah, so Shreddies, the brand behind the anti-flatulent underwear. So they've already got anti-flatulent underwear. Have announced the innovative bedding that contains carbon panels that trap poggy. This sounds like it comes out of England.
Yeah.
Poggy parps and help those with excessive farts to sleep. Does anybody know what a
Gas
poggy
X for
parp
fuck's
is?
That's gotta be that's gotta
Probably
be
like
British.
probably like the little like
Is that like
poop
shit
bubbles.
debris?
Yeah, shit debris. Yeah,
It's not the deadly one.
Yeah, we'll just dumb it down for the idiots that host the show.
Yes.
They're shit debris.
Shit.
But the company says that the flatulent filtering duvet cover traps gas before it escapes the duvet and makes its way to someone's nostril. A spokesperson for the company said both products use the same technology found in our award-winning underwear. The highly porous carbon acts as an absorbent, which attracts and traps flatulent odors, as they put.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And is simply reactivated when washed. So does it just like make your so it traps it? So then does your mattress smell
carbon.
like ass?
Yeah, I was gonna say carbon like absorbs it, but I mean, eventually you just have to wash your sheet. The sheet starts
it's
smelling like dog shit.
reactivated when washed.
So I'm imagining pulling the sheet off of your bed and then just getting blasted by 2 weeks worth of fart.
But it's reactivated after
the
being
ultimate
washed.
Dutch oven.
Yeah.
It's almost like the hypercolor theory. Remember that back in the 80s, hypercolor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then all of a sudden, right after you wash it, it just dies.
Right.
Mm.
So if you wash these sheets, it reactivates.
Well, as in it can be fart in again. Is what I'm assuming.
Well, I would have given me a pair. I'm
just saying, stop eating gassy food, fatty.
Take it easy on the Taco Bell.
No shit.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you want authentic Mexican. Yeah, sometimes you want authentic Mexican food at 2:00 in the morning, so you go to Taco Bell.
It's not authentic.
It's so authentic. My wife
in Ohio,
but to your defense,
Ohio is about the closest thing you can get to authentic Mexican.
Well,
okay. But but to your defense though, I can understand because growing up where I lived in the hood, and the only thing I thought was real Mexican food was Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And then it went until like around 90 or 91, Taco Cabana came around. Then it was like Tex-Mex. And then that's when I got introduced to like quesadillas and fajitas and all that. Then I thought that was real Mexican food until when my parents, until my parents split, because we like down in Houston, every other block is a Tex-Mex taqueria type of joint.
Yeah.
So one of my other best friends introduced me to a taqueria where I learned about horchata, pico de gallo, all these other stuff. Ever since then, he's like, "This is real Mexican food." Not he's like Taco Bell's for like fake ass white people. That's what he was saying.
Yeah. Well, no, but it's not a real taco unless it burns on both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to burn your mouth and then burn your ass when you shit.
Have you never eaten Taco Bell?
No.
2:00 in the
I'm talking
morning
about
after
the hot sauce. The hot sauce that literally steams as it comes out of the bottle.
I mean, I don't know,
hot
man.
Ones look like wussy shit.
I'm disappointed with Taco Bell ever since they did away with the Mexican pizza because that was my go-to.
I lost interest in Taco Bell when they got rid of the chalupa.
I got pissed off at Taco Bell when they got rid of the that cheesy potato burrito thing.
Oh, and also too.
And also, don't get me wrong. If there was a Taco Bell here, I'd go. But my wife would give me shit the entire time. This isn't real tacos.
I call Taco Bell real authentic Mexican just to get a rise out of Jeff because we have a family-owned restaurants up here that are 50 or 60 years old, and the original the people who started the restaurants came fresh out like they were. Their kids were first generation Mexican Americans, so it's real. And then, as I've told Jeff before, I used to work security years ago at an apartment complex, and we called the front of it Little Mexico because there was like 14 buildings up there, and they were all full of with Mexicans, and like 7 of the buildings were one family. And every day when my partner and I came in, we worked second shift. So every day when we came in, they brought us lunch. And then at dinner time, they would bring us dinner to the office. And it doesn't get any more authentic or any more real than, than them cooking it.
No. Yeah, exactly. And then, you get the real good Mexican food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but Taco Bell, man, ever since they did away with the Mexican pizza and the Cool Ranch Taco Supreme, I'm like, man, I was like, I'm done with y'all.
They've kind of shit on their menu a lot. There was a lot of things that I used to really like that's not on the menu. I still go to Taco Bell, once every couple of weeks or once every other week or whatever. But
I've made the claim multiple times that they open a Taco Bell here in Mexico, it would do really well, but my wife assures me it wouldn't.
No.
I'm like, I don't know. There's a lot of Americans that come to Cancun.
Yeah,
you put the hotels on the right spot.
Yeah, but I mean, coming to Mexico, they want the authentic Mexican food. So yeah, if they want tacos, they'll go with birria.
People like you come down here and want to say, I want typical real Mexican tacos. But then you got people like Chris would come down and be like, fuck that, if it's not American, I don't want it.
Well, now I wouldn't go. Come on, now.
I mean, dude. I mean, I love like that Conchitas Pibil, birria, barbacoa, El Pastor.
I had barbacoa yesterday.
I love the taco trucks, man. The guys at the taco trucks.
They don't do taco. They have taco carts on like every like 2 blocks. There's in downtown, which is where I live, of course. I'm literally 45 minutes from the hotel zone. So
okay,
granted, the area I live in is a new area. It's only been around for about 4 years. But if I literally walk 3 blocks towards the store that I go to, there is 5 different Mexican taco joints.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're finished.
Yeah, so like Chris, do you have Netflix?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so look up on Netflix. It's called The Taco Chronicles.
Yes, that shit's awesome. I watched it.
It will cover like tacos from all over, backstories, everything.
Oh wow!
How they make it. That episode on Cochinita made me go buy Cochinita.
Oh man!
I literally showed it to my wife.
Well, that's the problem. If I come down to Mexico, I don't know how to say what anything is, let alone know what anything is. So I'm just be like, "Hey, bring me something delicious."
Conchito, penile.
Yep.
Don't bring me no penises.
Be like Conchitas pibil.
Yeah. Oh no! When I go to the restaurant up here, and I'll go to order something, and it's funny because the family's fantastic. I mean, and they've been in business for so long. The family's fun, and everybody that works in the restaurant is all part of the family. But when I go, I'll go in there and try to order something, and depending upon the waiter or waitress or whoever's there, they correct me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care, just bring it to me. And they're like, no, you have to say it right. You have to say it right. And then I'm like, I don't want to say it right. I just want to eat it.
Yeah, just be like, look, I want barbacoa tacos, pico de gallo, y avocate de grande horchata.
Yeah, actually, I'm not. One of the best things you can eat in Mexico in the morning, you'll get cochinita tortas with an ice cold Coke. There's nothing better.
Facts.
And for lunch, I like barbacoa.
But
we went yesterday and got a quarter kilo for me and my son, and my wife and daughter had what's that soup you got? It's not actually soup. It's she's falling asleep.
Go violently shake her. Woman, I'm talking to you.
But the place we go, it's literally right across from Home Depot, so it's like my mecca. So I'm like, we need to go to Home Depot. She's like, no. I was like, but there's tacos over there. We can go to tacos barbacoa. So that's how I end up getting into Home Depot. Like, while we're here, we can go to Home Depot.
Birria tacos is like a total game changer. First,
the tortillas alone, the corn tortillas alone, just blow everything else that you would have in the States out of the water.
Yeah,
and I don't even like corn tortillas. I like a flour tortilla.
Because I'll go to the taco truck. I'll get the barbacoa, the El Pastor, and then I'll get
I love pastor.
Pastor
is literally, I can eat pastor morning, noon, and night.
Yeah, pastor is awesome.
There's a guy that in the neighborhood my wife and I used to go to his restaurant daily because he would have 2 for $1 tacos al pastor, 5 pesos a piece, which is like a quarter.
Yeah, I mean,
so I would order 10 for 20.
Yeah, right around the corner where I live,
for like $5.
Yeah, where I live, we have like the House of Tacos, and those ladies throw down. But I mean, they have awesome food. I just wish they would start bringing in birria.
Yeah, birria rules.
Birria is just a total game changer. But however, though, we do also too. What's cool, what I love about Houston is like we're very multicultural. So we also have Venezuelan and Colombian food as well. And dude, I'm addicted to arepas, man.
There's a
rape is not good. You should not be raping people. Despite what R. Kelly says, it is not okay to rape.
R. Kelly is not a role model.
Do not listen to what Bill Cosby says. Yeah. Rape is no bueno, mi amigo.
Okay, no. So arepas is like a Venezuelan Colombian type of sandwich. Mm-hmm. So instead of buns, it's made out of cornmeal.
Right.
And they have like a certain type of cheese, but man, it is fucking delicious.
Panela cheese.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a cornbread instead of a
cornmeal,
more
yeah.
Yeah,
like more or less.
But
it's like
not as fluffy
deep fried.
It's not as fluffy as cornbred.
And right when you bite into it, like cake. Yeah, then right when you bite into it, dude, you hear that crunch, and then all of a sudden just like an explosion
flavor
of
explodes in your mouth. Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, speaking of putting shit in your stomachs,
and
putting stuff down your gullet, I got one more real quick story before we wrap this show up tonight, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm ready for bed.
Tell Bob we're going to Egypt. Touchdown in the.
Excellent.
Yeah, we're going to go to Egypt, man.
We're not taking the bus today.
We didn't need the bus today.
There was a full tank of diesel for no reason.
Well, we can use it Saturday.
It's okay, Bob.
Bob's a son of a bitch. Anyways, a man lived with a phone in his stomach for several months.
Oh.
A man in Egypt lived with a phone. A man in Egypt lived with a phone lodged in his stomach for several months that needed to be surgically removed by doctors.
Ooh.
The unnamed male traveled to Aswan University Hospital in Egypt, where he was treated by doctors for intestinal and abdominal infections. However, an X-ray showed that a phone was trapped inside his stomach and was the cause of his discomfort.
I guarantee it's one of those Nokias that can't die.
Yeah, the man admitted that he had swallowed the device several months ago, but was too embarrassed to admit himself to a hospital, and hoped that it would pass naturally.
I was going to say, how do you forget swallowing a phone? iPhone looks tasty there, Bob.
Or why would you?
Because his wife wanted to read his phone text. He was like, "Nope."
And besides, how is it that you cannot choke on it?
Well, that was.
I said it's got to be one of those little Nokia ones. Remember the old Nokia bricks that like you've seen videos on YouTube where people put them in presses, like these 10-ton presses, and the press breaks.
It just makes no sense. It makes no sense.
That phone still works.
Yeah, it's 2021. The things that don't make no sense at the end of the day,
Makes sense.
Damn
yeah.
this COVID.
Yeah.
Making
Said
making
medics-
everybody do
sauce on
crazy
that
shit.
and just swallowed it whole.
Yeah. Yeah, he said medics decided to perform surgery on the man to remove the phone from his body. Mohammed El Dashawari. El Dahoshori. Sorry, Mohammed. I fucked up your
Yeah.
name.
Get a real name.
It's Bob's. Yeah. Why is this your name? Smith. Why is this your name? Mike Smith.
Yeah. They hired Bob
But,
because he could say his name.
The chairman of the board of directors at Aswan University Hospital said that it was the first time that they had ever seen a case where a patient had swallowed an entire phone. Fortunately, for the man who decided to eat his phone, he is expected to make a full recovery and go on, just living his life as normal as you can after swallowing a phone. Again,
He
much
dines out
like
on that for free every time.
yeah,
It's like, you guys,
again, much
you guys want a story? Take me to dinner. I'll tell you a story.
yeah, much like the guy who decided to measure his penis with a PVC pipe. Maybe they would be better off in an asylum.
No kidding.
You know,
I mean,
maybe in 2021, it's time that we bring back the old school asylums.
I'm just like picturing it in my head. It's like, okay, months, he's eating food, he's able to shit normally, but yet the phone's still stuck.
Well, I'm not even looking at that. I'm looking at my phone right now, and there is absolutely no way in hell that I could swallow my phone.
Well, yeah, like that's why I said
I can't even fit my phone in my mouth.
It's got to be one of those Nokias that
Yeah.
you can text by hitting 2-4 times to get the letter D. So it's got to be one of those Nokias that are that literally.
But even my old ass Samsung, my old ass Samsung 7 that I use for, that I can only use on Wi-Fi Wi-Fi that I still have. It's not a very big phone, but I'm looking at it and I'm like,
That's what I'm
would
saying.
barely be able to
You gotta remember the Nokia I'm talking about. It's the screen is like an inch by inch.
Oh yeah, no.
I had an AudioVox phone that was like this. So yeah, but still though, how can you not choke?
That's still a lot of plastic.
How's it not getting stuck?
How do you not choke?
That man was determined to eat that phone.
I said, I guarantee you he swallowed because his wife is like, let me see your phone. And he's like, no.
I mean, the only way that was possible is if he had a lot of practice with.
Yeah, maybe he's a sword swallower.
Yeah,
maybe
he
sword.
Maybe
he's living a secret life that nobody wants him to know.
Yeah,
maybe him and old boy maybe him and old boy in Thailand were friends, and he was like, "Hey, can I borrow your cock pipe so I can shove this down my throat?"
Exactly. It gets bigger. Touch it, it gets bigger.
Be careful.
Yeah,
just lean back.
Like I'm pretty sure those Nokias were an inch and a half across, and maybe 4 or 5 inches long.
Yeah, but still, an inch and a half wide. Could you swallow something? Well, never mind. You were in advanced gym. You took Tokyo Drift on that old dude with the 90-degree pecker. So, well, Lord knows you can swallow something an inch and a half wide.
No, but what's really crazy, I mean, that's hard plastic. It's not yielding. Even if this dude was a cock smoker, it's unyielding.
No, yeah, I would like to talk to this man and be like, how the hell did you pull that off?
Show us, Bob.
Was lockdown that bad?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So how did your lockdown go? Well, I got penis enlargement and I stuck it in a pipe and I swallowed a phone. So,
but I guarantee you, it had to do something when he's trying to hide something. And I'm sorry, the first thing I would have done is like, call my phone.
No, it's crazy because a lot of people. I mean, this is kind of like that that HBO Real Sex. You know how they always have like these weird shit going on. I mean, like my medical field, when I used to work in an ER, and I heard a story from one of the nurses. She said that how in the hell would you clean? She said, why in the hell would anybody clean the garage late at night naked? The guy was on a step ladder and somehow lost his balance and somehow pinpoint accuracy land on a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah, I've seen that video. He didn't land on
that is a totally different. I did not pay for this Circus Soleil.
Yeah, but what guy would clean his
Yeah.
garage naked late at night?
No,
and
that's
then
the story
somehow-
he told. He was literally
know.
just, I'm gonna shove this kid. Well,
Yeah, I
because
know. Just-
there's I don't know if you've heard that TikTok video, but there's that TikTok video. It's like the human asshole can a raccoon can fit in a hole the size of 6 inches, but the human asshole can stretch 7 inches before causing damage. And I'm like,
I don't think you and I are on the same TikTok algorithm.
I mean, look, why can't people just fess up to say, hey, look, I was feeling a little kinky. I was feeling kinky, and I saw this on a porno, so I figured, hey, let me try it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you shoved a Gatorade bottle up your ass and had to go to the hospital, would you go, hey, I was bored and I saw a TikTok video and I wanted to test the theory.
That's the point. He was like, why can't you just
Lockdown.
be honest? We know we know you didn't fall on that because you're naked in the garage.
No.
We're not fucking retarded. We have medical degrees, dummy.
Yeah. I like Brian. Brian's reasoning over here. COVID's a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
COVID has been lockdown. COVID has been hell.
Yeah. I had COVID. It ain't that bad. Jesus. Not once every time I had COVID, it was like that Gatorade bottle would fit nicely in my ass.
I have successfully made it through the lockdowns and COVID. Not that I've had COVID, but everything else going on without shoving random. I've never looked at a beer bottle and go, I bet I put that in my ass.
It's kind of funny because like down here, like they wanted to enforce the lockdown, and everybody's like, shut up. We're going back to our normal lives.
It's Texas. We're like, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, because we got the mayor going, stay in your homes for the safety of everybody. We're like, look, man, it ain't happening.
Go ahead and try to make us. We got more guns than you.
yeah, we outnumber y'all.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of like in Ohio. Our governor, Daddy DeWine, up here basically grounded all of us because we didn't know how to behave. And the response from Ohio, like restaurant owners and the liquor stores were like, oh, they can't come to us? Don't worry, we'll deliver to you. Yep. And like I've told the story, I've told Jeff several times, there's a pizza shop around the corner from me that once I discovered that they would deliver beer, they became my best friends. I've called them fuckers at like, 7 o'clock.
Bring me 24 beers. Oh yeah, and bring me a pizza too.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock on a Sunday, and I've been watching football all day, and I'm drunk as shit, and I still want to drink, and it's I'm out of beer. Oh, I'm gonna call Donna and Sue's. Hey, can I get a case of Budweiser? They're like, hey, do you want anything to eat? Well, actually, now that you mentioned it, yeah. Can I get a?
Shit, I didn't realize you guys food.
Yeah.
Can I get a large pepperoni pizza?
We locked down here for 2 months, and literally everything is open now. Everything, nothing is closed.
Yeah, everything's opened up here.
No, but I mean, like a lot of the problems in California and shit like that is like people lost their businesses because of the lockdowns.
Well,
nobody lost any business out here because we were all just like, fuck it, we're still gonna go out.
Yeah. Well, a lot of places all over the country up here lost businesses and had to close down, and a lot of it's not even so much from the lockdown. It's kind of become a trickle down effect because now nobody wants to work because of all the money that they're getting off of unemployment and shit. So nobody wants to work. So
I know.
A lot of businesses. I mean, yeah, trust me, I know. I mean, my gas station, that my favorite place in the world, that right basically across the street from my house, they're open 24/7. And for a couple months, they had to shorten their hours where they opened at like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning, and then they closed at like 10 o'clock at night because they didn't have the people to staff it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it all comes down to like, not to get political, but
if I offer you $17 an hour to work or $16 an hour to stay home and watch Netflix all day,
Well, as one of my favorite radio shows that I listen to every day, their producer does a guy, the dock guy, and he's a air conditioner salesman that works on the docks that gives unsolicited political advice. It's a voice or character that he does. He says every time they bring him up, he's like, "We got a guy in office that are paying people to stay home." So,
right? It's not to get political, but
it's silly, but
it's dumb.
It's silly, but unfortunately, it is what it is. And
the only people that should be getting unemployment is the people that literally can't work because of a physical or mental problem.
Physical disability.
Yes, exactly. Like if you don't have legs, okay, you can get disability.
Or you could be a greeter at Walmart.
Exactly. I mean, there's always a loophole.
You can definitely be a greeter at Walmart without legs.
Yeah,
you cannot be you cannot be a receipt Nazi, but you can be a greeter.
The only receipt Nazis we have down here is at Home Depot, and every time they look at me and they're like, "You know what? Go ahead."
And the thing about it is like Amazon is growing because like Macy's shut down, Fry's Electronics shut down, Tier 1 imports
is shut down, or
Tier 1
Sears
imports
shut down.
Yeah, so it's like all these businesses that we've known, grew up with, they're dying because Amazon's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yep.
And but also too, I mean, look at the joke that we have to listen to every damn day. Come on, man.
Yeah. Don't get me started.
I mean,
eyes will roll in the back of the head.
This is not a political podcast.
Don't play this game because Jeff can play this game all day.
Yeah,
I can sit on old Uncle Joe all day.
Well, yeah, pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's
bad news.
It's sad though because like now wasn't it for a while they said like if you don't get a job we're gonna cut your benefits.
That was
and people are going like why would I they're like why would I want to go back to work making $7-8 an hour when I could be making more money sitting at home with my benefits? It's like come on, man.
Well, I want to say Finland. I could be wrong, but Finland has no minimum wage, and they're killing us.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's employed. I mean, you can literally pay your employees $1 an hour if you want, but when you go for a job, you actually negotiate. You say, "Okay, what are you going to pay me now?" They're like, "We'll give you $1." I'm like, "Fuck you, I want 10."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay, you're worth it."
Yeah.
And the problem with minimum wage comes down to if there is a kid at McDonald's making $23 an hour, then the CEO needs to be getting paid, $700 an hour, and then you get inflation and all that shit, and that's like Chris was complaining, or not Chris, but Joe was complaining the other day about the price of gas. You guys are paying what, $3 for a gallon?
$2.55 for regular.
Okay, Chris, what are you paying?
$3.30, $3.35.
I pay $2 a liter. There's 4 liters in a gallon, sir.
Wow.
Yeah. It is. It's like a $1.80 a liter, as the cheapest place I saw downtown here.
Wow.
So, and that's been like that since the GOAT, because some asshole in Mexico got the bright idea to sell the rights to the oil. Yeah, because Mexican gas stations used to be a government entity. They were all one company. Now there's 14 different companies and all that fun shit. When I first moved here 20 years ago, I paid 25 cents a liter. So I was paying $1 a gallon in 2001. And up until 3 years ago, it shot up overnight to almost $2 a gallon, $2 a liter.
Yeah, I mean, which will make sense why, like, because I mean, I did see a lot in Mexico and then while in London as well, and in India and all of Asia because prices are so high. Everybody has like best way to get around is on a scooter,
Yeah, well,
motorcycle or a scooter.
the last time you were on here, what did you pay on the bus? The bus that goes through hotels?
I paid $1.
Yeah, well, it's actually a lot less than that, but you're getting screwed. It's
Well,
when I first moved here. When I first moved here, it was 5 pesos, so about 50 cents.
I mean, this is all I got left. That's all I have left
Yeah.
from my travel.
When was the last time you were here?
200. What is that? 250.
Back in
pesos?
August.
August.
Back
Okay.
in August. Yeah.
250 pesos is literally like $12.
Yeah.
It's 19.50 for every dollar. 19.5 pesos for every dollar. Was what the exchange rate was at Starbucks. Now, see, that's one of the old 200s and one of the old 50s. The new 20s are awesome. They're no longer blue, and the new 500s are blue. It's creepy.
And it's just kind of weird, man. Just like the texture of it, it just feels
It's
like
plastic. It's literally, it's actually blown plastic. I actually watched a documentary on how they make it. It's fucking insane. They blow a giant bubble that is 12 stories high.
It feels like parchment
plastic.
paper or gift wrap
The
paper.
200, yeah, the 200 is, but the new 200s are plastic.
But
like
this one here just feels like this is definitely plastic.
Yeah, the 50?
The 50 pesos,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely like plastic, but this one feels like parchment paper.
Yeah, well, that's one of the old 200s. They have all new designs on all the cash, but the coins crack me up. Chris, how many times have you tried to use a magnet to pick up coins in your truck or something?
I've never used a magnet to pick up coins.
Exactly, because U.S. coins are non-magnetic. The coins here, I can drag a magnet down the beach and make like 300 pesos because all the coins are magnetic.
I've never even that thought's never crossed my mind.
And yeah. I know I have a British pound somewhere around here.
I have a loonie. I have a British pound. I have a cougar ant somewhere. They're illegal.
Yeah, it's kind of weird too. Like in Cancun, in order to use a restroom, I had to pay like 50 pesos.
Yeah, depending on where you go. Yeah, 50 pesos. Ouch.
Not 50 pesos, but
50 centavos or 5 pesos.
Yeah, I had to pay pesos to use a public restroom, and I was like, man, it's so weird to me because like when going to London, you have to pay like 50 cents to use the toilet, the public toilet in London.
Yeah, if you go to certain public areas, the funny thing is, the people that charge you, they don't own that bathroom. They just kind of took over that bathroom. It's completely and utterly illegal. It's extortion. It's extortion, basically. But the first time
that's some bullshit.
It's fucking retarded. But it's not like you go into a restaurant and you have to pay it. It's literally public restrooms or at the ADO bus stop and stuff like that.
So the one I paid for was when going to the getting onto the ferry to go to Isla Mujeres.
Yep.
It was right next to a little cantina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, a friend of mine, his aunt took over one of those bathrooms, and she makes like almost $100 a day.
Man, extortion.
Oh, it's genius. And the other thing she does is buy toilet paper, and then like, here you go. Like, because when you go in there, if you go in there without paying, there is no toilet paper in there. So you're like, oh shit, I guess I'll use my hand.
Well, I try to use. Well, I figured I got away with it because A, I blended in, or B, they sensed that I was half white.
Yeah. Well, the disadvantage of
white
being
privilege,
white
baby.
Down here, the disadvantage of being white down here. Oh my gosh, they see me coming. 20 years, and I still occasionally get taken, where they're like, "Oh, it's going to cause." 70 pesos. My wife's like, no, it's more like 5 pesos, motherfucker. And like, oh, you're married to a Mexican woman. I mean, yeah, that's right, bitch.
Yeah, we live here.
Yeah. I literally have to show my permanent residency card. Like, dude, I live here. I'm not stupid. I'm not some fucking tourist. Why do you think I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere? I'm the widest thing for like 60 blocks where I am right now.
Yeah, shit.
But
man, Chris, you got to get yourself a passport and come on down to Mexico.
Oh yeah, dude, totally.
I'm American. I don't need no passport. I'll do whatever the hell I want. I'll invade Mexico, much like I done told Canada. I'll slap the shit out there. Out there, I'll do the same thing to Mexico. I am a king down here.
Rongo, and just watch, because he will shit his pants. The fact that the whole open bar thing would blow Chris's mind.
Well, that's what I want to do is the open bar, because you're telling me I can drop $20, $25,
well,
and I'm going to drink all night.
In resorts is literally from the time you walk in, they hand you a mimosa when you get there, and then from the time,
and I don't drink anything fancy, so
you get the fuck out. It's all you can drink.
Yeah, I don't drink anything fancy, so I'm good with beer the whole time. So.
I thought
there's gonna be a new rule in Cancun after I leave. There's gonna be no more open bar.
I brought $250 in just ones and fives, just mainly for tips.
I don't tip.
I do.
You're a terrible human being, Jeff.
Yeah, I know the secrets and ins and outs of Cancun though. I haven't paid for a drink in a bar in 10 years. More than that, almost 15. Because I know everybody.
Like the first time I went, I didn't even know. I'm just thinking, typical American, and I tipped the guy $5. He's like, "Oh, thank you, my friend." He was like, "Oh, thank you, my friend. Anything
all night."
Yeah, he's like, "Anything you need, I got you. I said, "Yeah, I'll take another round. I'll take another mojito." Yeah, I'll triple the shot. Triple, okay, man.
Yeah.
Five
surprise.
5 mojitos later, dude, I was zombie walking.
Yep. No, that's the other thing. The open bar does not skimp on the alcohol, Chris.
Yeah.
Like, if you order a White Russian, it is 90% vodka and like a drop of milk and a drop of Kahlua. It will fuck you up.
Even like the hurricanes.
When I go to the bar, yeah, the tequila sunrise. Oh, I don't even fuck with them. But when I order like this. I want a White Russian, vodka, Kahlua, milk. That's how I order. I show them the level. Give me this much. I don't want a lot because I want to be able to drive home in the 12 hours when I leave from here.
Yeah.
But have you been to Coco Bongo?
No, I have not.
Oh, dude, you're missing out. Literally, I've been to every bar there is in Cancun, which is a lot. And Coco Bongo, 25 to 30 shows a night, plus open bar. And if you can't get laid in Coco Bongo, something's wrong with you.
Because like the first time, okay, so the most of the time, okay, like the first time that we spent most of the time was at the resort, and then that one day going to Escadet. The second time, like just going to Isla Mujeres and this other spot to go ATVs and water skiing. That was it. But most of the time we stayed at the resort. So, probably like the next time I do go, I probably would do that. Even if I just go by myself.
I'll take you to Coco Bongo and you'll shit yourself.
Yeah, like let's go.
Because like I said, when I was a single man, I'm no longer single, obviously. But when I was a single man, I used to work at a tattoo body piercing shop in the Coral Negro. I would work all day, go to the bar, find some chick, go to her hotel, which is not as easy as it sounds. Do my deal, go to my apartment, shit, shower, shave, go back to work, and then do it again for a year. And I've never paid to get into Coco Bongo once because I know everybody and their brother over there. And you can literally walk in by yourself and throw a stick in any direction, find 6 girls to fuck you that night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Coco Bongo.
Coco Bongo.
Coco Bongo. Well, I don't mean to be rude and
Yeah, I was gonna
interrupt
say,
you
it's not that
guys and
time.
your crazy nonsense. You guys are more than welcome to join each other and talk about Cancun all night long. But myself personally, I have to get ready for bed because I have a job in the AM.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And
I
I'm
gotta go
trying
bed.
to. I'm
I
trying
have to get up
to.
around there. I have to get up around
Yeah,
there.
shut up. I'm trying to get myself into the habit of going to bed earlier, because I start the new job Monday. So
Oh, I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah. So you do
I'm
start
going to
at
be getting up
soon?
a lot earlier. Yeah, I started. I start working at OSU Monday.
Nice.
So I will be getting up at like 4:30 in the morning. there are going to be a lot of naps in the afternoon after I get off
Yeah.
work. So
Yeah, I gotta wake up at 6. So
yeah.
I have to get up at 6, then I can go back to bed until 7:30.
Yeah, tomorrow I think this is like the last couple of days I get to quote unquote sleep in, and then I got to start waking up like an adult again.
probably
but
the next.
after a month or two, you'll be used to it.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine because as we've discussed in the past, sleep and I are not friends. I don't ever really get much sleep as it is, so I just have to adjust to waking up at, because even like right now, I still wake up like legitimately every single morning. I wake up at like 4:45, and I wake up in a panic, and I don't know why. And then it's like, oh yeah, I don't have to get up right now, and then I roll back over and go back to sleep.
Somebody going, surprise, it's butt sex.
Somebody who says surprise butt sex, they're gonna meet my best friend beside my bed, Mr. Smith and Wesson. You lock cocked and
is it 1-inch barrel wide?
Yeah. How'd that enlargement surgery go? Let's test that. Let's measure it. Come on, stick it in the hole.
Yeah, go ahead and start wrapping us up. I'm gonna fry some chicken and then I'll be right back.
You go fry some chicken. Where the hell
Thanks
do I
for
start?
having me, man.
Hey man, thanks for coming on, Brian. We appreciate you hanging out with us for a little bit, sharing your Japanese whiskey. It's very rare that we actually bring people on here because, Sensei, is that what it's called?
Yep, Sensei.
Sensei, and what was the other one?
And the other one is Awa.
Awa. I was pretty close. I said Iowa or Iowa or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you guys are anybody who's whiskey drinkers and curious trying something else, go ahead and check those out. Highly recommended by this guy over here, Brian. He said they are delicious. Yes. But yeah, definitely. Thanks for hanging out with us. Like I said, it's very rare that we bring people on unless it's a scheduled guest for the podcast, because I get to have the I can't think of the word, but I get to pull all the audio and edit if need to be edited and post everything. So yeah, we still try to have some kind of formatter segment. So every once in a while, curveball's okay. Welcome back, Jeffrey.
Yeah, sorry, I had to.
But
in the main vein.
Yeah, we are going to go ahead and wrap it up for a night. Thank you guys for listening. Chatterbox, thanks for being awesome as always. See, every once in a while, we'll pull one of you guys out of the Chatterbox and bring you on live with us. You just got to roll with us. Don't come here with some kind of crazy political agenda, because as Christopher,
if I'm not allowed to do it, you're not allowed to do it.
as Christopher Walken once said, I will stab you in the neck with a solder knife.
Stab you in the eye.
Stabbing in the eye, stabbing in the neck, stabbing in the forehead. It don't matter. Anywho, we will see you guys Saturday night for a brand new episode of Nonsensical Nonsense. Brian, again, thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit. Pops,
yes,
appreciate the top 10 list. Yeah, maybe Pops will come back with a connection Saturday. That actually works worth a damn. But as always, if you guys aren't already, feel free to check us out on social media at Nonsensical Nonsense on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Haps, YouTube, Twitch. Jesus Christ, where aren't we at? And you can get every single episode of the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere you get your podcast fixins, your little podcast jollies. So go give us a liking, go give us a pounding, give Jeff the old double thumbing. There he is.
My sound effect.
And if you would like to be a guest on the show or sponsor us or just tell Jeff how weird he looks without his beard, feel free to email us at the old Gmail.
At nonsensicalnonsenspodcast@gmail.com. Sorry, I forgot what the fuck I was doing.
I know every week I wear dark shirts so nobody can ever see my beard unless I move a little bit, and then all you see are my gray streaks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got 2 gray streaks. It looks like you got something on your chin.
Well, I got like a little bit of gray. I got a little bit of gray, a lot of red.
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah, but how old are you, Brian?
2 gray streaks.
40.
Oh, okay.
He's our age.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, December I'll be 41.
2,
like a 90.
Yeah, I got 2 long gray streaks. I'll make it a point to wear some lighter colored shirts so that my beard can be seen, because I do have a really long beard. So not really long, but longish.
It's longer than mine.
But anywho, yeah,
it's an ode to Duck Dynasty.
Right. I'm working on it.
I'm going for all full on ZZ fucking top.
Yeah,
my wife hated it, but I'm going for it.
Now you're more Chester the Molester than ZZ Top, but
yeah, shit.
But on that note, Chester, we're out of here. Brian, again, thank you, sir. We're out of here. We will see you guys Saturday night. Much love.
Deuces.
And there it is. Oh shit! I almost forgot we actually have to do closeout music. I was just going to end the broadcast. Oh yeah, that's right. We got to do our song.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Also,
woman.
Now it's the end of the show. People are like, "Yeah, we're going to go ahead and turn this off." Go follow at Blacktop Mojo on all social media, all streaming sites. Go stream the shit out of their music, and tell them that Nonsensical Nonsense sent you.
And they'll say, "Who?"
Samaka. Who? You think there's an owl in the room? Who?
Yeah. And then take 20 minutes to explain who we are.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Right. Dropping the down. This is the only song that has like a slow intro.
I know.
Everything else just comes in hot as shit.
Song.
It is. It's a fantastic song, and you love the video. It is a good video.
She likes the mood, she likes the night, she likes the blood on her hands. She dances naked through the trees until her eyes go red. She whispers prayers into the wind and she communes with the dead. She throws the bones into the fire and in darkness she chants. Raise the blade above her head. As I began to bleed, she said, "Wow, mortal in the sky, take this sacrifice. I wanna live forever, and now the spirit in the earth, give me all the blood, make me a god like you." Around the woods, 1,000 eyes look on as she starts to feast. There was a smile on her face as she watched my soul leave. Licked her lips, threw back her head as blood ran down her chin. She said,
Hey, sir, can I help you? Do you have any weapons of any kind? Anything to defend yourself?
Sir, this is a Speedy Mart. We have hot dogs 2 for $1. I just put them on the roller yesterday. They're pretty good.
No, man, like something sharp, something like I can stab, defend myself with.
I've got some sharp cheddar combos over there. It's kind of like a Ritz cracker pregnant with a cheese baby.
All right. Well, let me just take one of these lighters, and I'm gonna borrow your bug spray, and can I borrow your bathroom key as well?
Yeah, bathroom key. All right. I got your bathroom key right there. Make sure you bring that back. And that'll be $13.62. And I'm gonna have to have exact change, sir. We're in a coin shortage at the moment.
Whatever, man. Okay. Is that? No, I'm sorry.
A mother in the sky, take this sacrifice. I wanna live forever. And now, the spirit in the earth, give me all of us. Make me a god like you.
Oh shit, Chuck.
Oh, shit,
Chuck.